Oh, hold on just a second. Hey, what's happening now?
Oh, there you are. Okay. For a minute, I thought you weren't going to be there. It's all black. Let's see. How do I look?
Now you're good, bud. Now I was just giving my little introduction and giving the viewers, what's going on, what's on the agenda for today's show. So, Macho Faker, the monsters in my pocket, the Big Rubber Guys version, and check this out: Colossal Kongs. Are they on the docket for possible future release? Now, how awesome would that be?
For your Maniac crew, right?
Oh yeah,
Not for the
absolutely.
major crew. They got their monsters in their pockets, apparently.
Yeah. I actually do want to start off with that Big Rubber Guys release of the monsters of my, and I assume that's exactly what they're going for.
I
And
think so. Yeah.
for a lot of the people that are going to that I talk about that glaze the hell out of Big Rubber Guys, and this is one of the reasons why I stopped doing
More glazed than Krispy
yeah,
Kreme.
why I stopped doing action figure reviews, because I try to give the most unbiased review in the world, right? When there's something that is absolutely fantastic about an action figure, I will, glorify the living hell out of that action figure. If there's something about an action figure I don't like, because it's an action figure review, right?
Yeah.
If I like the accessory, if I like the play pose, if I like the character they selected, if I like the color scheme and design, whatever it is about the action figure, if there's something awesome about it, I will brag about it. If there's something I don't like, I will give an honest assessment of that action figure.
Trying to be fair.
But then there's those out there, for whatever reason, they will sit there and they will brag about every single action figure, every single review, like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
Now, when I see these reviews, I question, like, are you guys getting paid to give these reviews? Like, are these distributors, are they sending you these free of charge? Because you cannot possibly, for the life of you, think that every single figure that you're getting are perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So that, as a fan and as a viewer, as a buyer, I'm looking at these channels, I'm looking at these reviews, and I'm like, that's my first thought. That's my first assessment. Is that, dude? I don't believe you. I don't believe your reviews. It's not natural.
Yeah.
You guys are only getting paid to give these reviews. So when I go
Either
and I
that, or
see,
sometimes you get that anomaly where, hey, if I bought it, it's got to be good, so I can't poo-poo it, or else I'll feel bad about buying it or something. But you're right. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of that. But yeah, they overly. I guess you enjoy what you enjoy, so I'm fine. But when you're like an official reviewer and you glaze everything that comes out,
yeah,
you got to be suspect.
that
Like on
is
Amazon, how many different like you want to buy just something and you find like 500 companies you never heard of and they all got like 4.9 stars. I'm like that can't possibly be true, right? At least a few of those have messed up. 4.9 is hard for anyone to get.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you
Legitimately.
look at a movie like Blood Rain
Mm-hmm.
with the Christina Loken.
All right.
Like,
Yeah. Forgot about her.
if you were to look at reviews for that movie, you would think that it was worse than Glitter. You would think it was the worst movie
Worse than
ever
Geely?
constructed.
Jiggly?
Okay,
Geely?
that's why I don't like movie reviews, because their taste, other people's taste, are not my taste.
Yeah. Most
So
certainly. Yeah.
you look at IMDb, you look at the ratings, you look at reviews, and it's like they're not positive. But I go and I watch Blood Rain, and I'm like, this freaking movie is incredible. Like, I love that movie. I thought it was fantastic. Uh, and then I'll use Glitter because I brought it up. Like, I watch Glitter, and Glitter is like the equivalent of Moulin Rouge.
Uh-huh.
And Rouge won like a gazillion freaking Academy
Yeah.
Awards and all these
Yeah.
other fun things. And it's like one of the greatest movies ever made. And it's like basically the exact same movie. So how
Okay.
can Glitter go down in history as like one of the worst things ever? Probably because of Mariah Carey, right? And
Okay.
then Moulin
Yeah.
Rouge is like one of the greatest things ever. Like, it's the exact same movie.
But then that's a good point on the opposite route is that I don't really enjoy like musicals and that type of movie. So for me, Moulin Rouge could be a 0 out of 100, right? I don't really care. Right. Go ahead and say it's a great movie. I'm probably not going to watch it, right?
Right.
The opposite in the spectrum, you got to know what you like, because especially when you get to the official movie reviewers, they're going to be like, oh, well, I don't like this movie because there's too much action or whatever. Like, but I want the action. Or there's too much slapstick comedy, but I want slapstick comedy, those kinds of things.
So I get it. Opinions, some people are going to have opinions that they're going to love something, and some other people are going to have opinions they're going to love something. But I just want an honest assessment. And that's why I love watching reviews. Like when Jason from New Age Revolution, whenever he did an XOX Customs review, I always loved watching his reviews when he did XOX Custom reviews. I love seeing new figures and stuff. But after a while, I realized they weren't reviews. I always watched the videos. I always enjoyed them, but once I gave up on the thought that hey, they were no longer reviews, they were advertisements.
Yeah.
And once I accepted them as advertisements, I could start appreciate them, more.
Yeah, they can still be useful. You just got to realize that it's not necessarily an honest assessment. But maybe you weren't curious, like what the figures movement was on the back of this or that or whatever. You could still watch the video for that, but then realize you got to make your own opinion.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. With his videos, I thoroughly believe he loves every single figure. Like he's obsessed with every single figure. Like, so that's perfectly fine. But like with my reviews of the company, I'll use XOX as an example. I bought every single figure, right? I reviewed every single figure. The difference like between the two of us is, I wasn't in business. Like, so with Jason, he was getting those figures because he had a much larger following and he was reviewing them, and he was getting that traffic to Etsy. He was getting that traffic to her site so that she was making a ton of sales.
It is an ad for her. Yeah.
And even if I'm doing a review and I'm reviewing a Bob Backlund, which is a really bad figure. Somebody could see my review, be like, hey, he may not like that Bob Backlund figure, but you know what? Maybe, person A over here is watching that video and they may love that figure. And they see it on my channel and they go over to Etsy, they buy the figure. Why? Because they saw it on my channel. I may not like that figure, but maybe you love the figure.
The review still sees an ad, even if it's not glowing or glazing.
Yeah. And that's what people want. They want honest assessments. They want honest feedback. You can get on there and say, hey, you hate Forrest Gump. You thought it was a terrible movie. Oh, yeah. Good example. Oh man, who was it? Big Beefcake. He was reviewing The Omen. He was reviewing I think the 1970s original.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake was?
No. Big Beefcake on YouTube.
Okay, I thought for a minute, I'm like, wait a minute, did he like reinvent himself and now he's doing like movie reviews or something? That'd be kind of fun actually, watching like old review stuff like that.
No, just one day he was sitting back. He was doing his video on YouTube, and he was watching the Omen originals, and he didn't like the movie. He hated it essentially. But based on his review, I'm like, I gotta see this movie. I gotta see why you didn't like this movie, why you hated it so much. I couldn't find the original, but I saw the remake, the 2000, I think it was 2005, with Liev Schreiber. I think his name
is he in the remake? I haven't seen the remake.
Yeah.
Maybe I should watch it. I kind of like him.
And
most of the stuff he's in.
And I really love the remake. I thought it was fantastic.
It's 90. Have you seen the original since, or you still need that?
No, I never saw the original. So maybe the original sucked, but I don't know. Maybe the original was awesome. Maybe if I watched the original, and especially if it was just like the remake, maybe I would have loved it.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm talking about. Opinions are different. And also the fact that he shat I don't want to say he shat on it, but okay, for sake of argument, let's say he shat on it. But the fact that he shat on it,
everyone has an opinion, everyone has an asshole.
But the fact that he shat on it, that piqued my interest. That made me interested in watching the movie. So just because you're hating on something doesn't mean that somebody else is gonna not be interested or want to see something or want to collect something or whatnot. So shout out to him for that, because
they'll talk about like the worst movie you ever saw, and they'd be like, "Oh, why is it so bad? And then they describe it, you're like, I kind of want to see this now, right? Or the best movie I ever saw. It works for both ways. Or some usually I skip to like what's the grodiest or worst in far as like, real portrayals of violence and those kinds of things. That's a different worst, but read those kind of lists. And it's kind of interesting. To your point though about glazing, I cut some of them slack if they're just collectors like me and they just want to enjoy everything they buy. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But so like the other day, they're having that shipping problem, and it is kind of annoying. But then somebody decided to post to one of the Big Rubber Guy Facebook groups, like, "Oh, can we have an appreciation for Ed Furcanic?" Like, no, it's his fucking job. Like, it's his company. He's making money. What are you appreciating? I gave him money for a figure because they fuck up shipping. I'm supposed to appreciate his hard work. I mean, I appreciate them trying to make their business better, and that's why they did. They found a warehouse on the West Coast. They could, I think, get the product from China faster and ship it to us faster. That doesn't mean you can just fall down. I mean, there have been complaints for all of this year so far.
Yes.
But even without that, like, what am I appreciating it for? Like, you sell a product, I give you money. Do I need to tip Canic now or something? He's gonna price his wares on his Whatnot show and make money that way. That's where his tip is. All three of those guys. Well, Amari's not as mad, but definitely Cardona and Connect. They take product out the back door and they sell it on their Whatnot show. I'm sure you can get a King Haku if you follow them on Whatnot, for instance. I haven't
for like $250 probably,
but I'm sure you can. Like, oh, I thought those were sold out. Isn't that funny right there? Yeah. But anyway, I mean, I still like the product mostly. Like you said, some of them aren't as good as others. I haven't looked real close. I did finally get Pafo and Coco Beware.
I'm still waiting on mine.
You haven't got yours? So 2 nits. Wow. One, of course, the bird doesn't stay on Coco at all.
That's bullshit.
I mean, I don't know how you're supposed to keep it on there. I need like a tape or a rubber band. But even bigger miss is the little diploma thing or whatever, that Pafo would weigh up and put in his hand. Only the one hand will fit it, and it doesn't really stay in that either. That one's an easy one to get right.
Like, what's frustrating? I haven't gotten my set yet, so I don't know what they look like in hand.
I think they're pretty good, though.
I'm only basing this off of pictures now. Mm-hmm. But everyone that's getting these figures in are saying that Lanny Pafo is supposed to be the greatest figure from the series. I'm like, and now people are saying that Lanny Pafo is probably the best one of the entire line. And I'm like, hold on a minute. He's not even the best one from the series, let alone the best one from the entire line. Now you're just going crazy. This is what I'm talking about with glazing from this line.
Glaze. Yeah.
Coco Beware is hands down the best one from the series.
From this
one, again, based on the pictures.
There was Shotzi and Sean Mooney as well, right? I don't have those two yet.
I ordered those two, and again, where are my figures? Like, these are supposed to be received back in October.
Shipping problem, right? I mean, they're in stock somewhere because I see people post their photos to the Facebook and be like, "Oh, give Connect your blowjobs. Yeah, he's doing a good job." Like, okay, where's my figure? And the tracking is, I mean, I got 3 tracking numbers. I kind of deduced it from them because it's stamps.com, and that's the only thing I've been getting from them is stamps.com. But I didn't know what figures. So I think the Bloody Kickboxer showed up in one, USA Macho showed up another, and then they slammed together Coco Beware and Lanny Pafo in one box that they normally put in one. I'm like, that's what I got. That was what I guessed I would get, but I had no clue. The Shopify app didn't update me and tell me, oh, yeah, these shipped.
Okay. So just before this live stream, I didn't watch it. My wife and I were watching Survivor, so I only tuned it in for like a few seconds. I was just kind of scrolling through just to see what it was about a little bit. But my man Fig Heel.
Oh, okay.
I like his content a lot, right? So I don't really say anything negative about him because he, like I said, he's got one of my favorite channels. Well, one of my favorite wrestling channel review channels, etc. But he does a lot of, again, glazing, Big Rubber Guys, and all these other companies. Yeah. And one of the bad things I will say is I really wish he would do, more honest feedback, honest reviews. And it just seems like a lot of these companies, you don't seem to have anything negative to say with a lot of these, figures that you collect. And if you're simply a fan and you love absolutely everything that's coming out, then that's your belief. That's fine. But you can't. I just don't believe that everybody that does these reviews love every single thing that's coming out.
There's got to be a few things, yeah. Like I said, with the Coco Beware looks great, but the bird doesn't stay on. So I mean, of course you're going to mention that. Or that diploma thing doesn't stay in his hand. That one's really easy to get wrong.
Because Big Heel, he had like what 3 or 4 3 or 4 Latuni figures on his top 10 worst figures of the year. I'm like,
Yeah, that's right. He's dead to me.
how are you hating on Latuni and you're putting all these, big rubber guys stuff? And so what I gathered from that is, big rubber guys are knocking it out of the park. In the last week, I received 3 different orders. I've gotten 10 new figures in last week, and I'm like, dude, stop it. I'm on Facebook, and I got like 10,000 LJN and different collection groups that I'm part of. That So I get like all of these content stuff that pop up on my feed every single day.
Yeah.
So I'm just scrolling, and it's just nothing but wrestling collection related stuff. So I see all these pictures and everything that's posted, and sometimes it's too much. Like it's really overbearing, but.
I can see that. Yeah.
All I see is complaints after complaints after complaints about big rubber guys just throwing packages into oversized boxes with no protection whatsoever. Yep. Boxes crushed, packages bent. We're collectors. We want our stuff to be in pristine condition. It's the whole part of collecting. We're not playing them loose and stuff. We're keeping it in cart in package, right? So. And like I said, with that red Brian Meyer figure, 2 packages, both of them completely.
Oh man, and that was like, before the shipping got worse. That was when shipping was better. You had that problem.
So, I'm like, what the hell is with that, right? So
that was amazing.
There's literally dozens of people almost on a daily basis. It feels like that are complaining, and then that's. In the comments, you got not just the people actually posting about it, but in the comments, people responding saying, yeah, I'm having the same issues. So when I say dozens, it could probably even jump up to in the hundreds or more range, like crazy.
And I'm not a min-on card guy, and even I kind of complain. It's kind of like you made that. I'm not a min-on card guy, but it's still, if it's like a new card, I want to keep a nice card. I don't even keep the bubble, so I don't care. But it's like some of these, the cards bent out of shape. Luckily, I think I've got good enough cards for some of them, but I'm like, it's also, I think, just even if I'm not going to keep a min-on card, I'm paying you good money for a toy. It's like $50 plus tax. Can you do better at shipping? Honestly, right? For a $50 product each way, and since you've taken a step back, like, did you do any test runs, or like you would think when you switched processes, somebody should be in there. So if Connect wants his appreciation parties, he should be flying out to LA or wherever and handling his business.
Yeah.
What's going on? Why are you guys messing up? Or on the phone or something, right? That's a big change to make to your business that could tank it if your shipping really goes sideways. People aren't going. I don't care what the secondary price is anymore. There's plenty of toys out there. LGN's making a comeback. I'll just save my money for those and Latuni, and maybe I'll buy more retros, right, or something else.
Yeah, so there was a comment about big rubber guys and Mattel, and I want to backtrack into the comment. But I'm saying all of this about big rubber guys to talk about Maniac Riot Wrestling because it all kind of bleeds in together, right? Because I have another obsessive guy. I don't know what the hell it is about me. Why people keep obsessing over me all of a sudden?
Well, no, you got another.
The same guy on Facebook that's obsessing over my MRW line.
Oh,
here's the thing: like
he kisses ducks.
Yes. The funny thing is, this guy produces really the most shittiest freaking customs I've ever seen. Shitty bubbles, shitty card backs, whatever. And he's freaking proud as hell. Like, he produces the greatest thing since sliced bread with his figures. And he has the audacity to come shit on other people's product. And we haven't even released anything yet.
Right. A little early.
And I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a seller. I am alerting the community. I'm alerting the public of, hey, I got a product that's coming out. I'm alerting you ahead of time of this product that's being released.
Exactly.
And what's going on? That I've got a product that's coming out, and I'm trying to give all these updates of this product way ahead of events so that people could be aware of it. So when it does come out, people know what it is and what it's all about, etc.
Yeah, because then it'd be too late. You got all this product now on the shelves, and nobody knows about your company. Yeah, you kind of have to get your.
And unlike all these other businesses, it's not like people paid for this and it's held up in the processing in the processing phase. You know, it's not like you bought two of them, you're $200 in debt, and you're waiting for this to go through the factory and all that.
No Rush or Power Town going on, no.
Exactly. So, this guy going into my comments, and again, I don't respond to this guy, right? I don't jump on his page, which I want to. I want to go into each of his. Every time he posts a new listing with a shitty custom, I want to do exactly what he does to me. Leave freaking memes or gifs or laughing emojis or something, or a comment like how shitty his work is. But no, I don't do that. I stay respectful because I don't want that crap coming back to me and be like, hey, look, this is what kind of professional this guy is.
Yeah.
No, I try to stay as classy as I possibly can
kind of like
relation
don't feed the
to
trolls.
like
He's
that.
kind of a troll in this case.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's still
like,
are you that active that why did he pick on you? Or is there just not a lot of people in those groups
well,
right now making
it's
figures?
because when I
You're a
have something
competitor
some kind of update, I create the posting on my Facebook page, my Matthew Watson Facebook page, and then I share it.
Yeah.
I share it
all the
to all
groups,
of these different groups.
Yeah.
LJN custom groups, 3 points of articulation, 1977 LGN men, stuff like that. All these LGN groups, wrestling groups, etc. GWCs, things like that.
Get your name out, get your line out.
Hasbro R Us, different wrestling groups, right?
That's a lot of groups I need to start joining, I think, on Facebook.
Yeah. So, Era, stuff like that, right? And because he's part of that custom group, the LJN custom group, whatever. He goes in there and just starting shit now. Like, what the hell? I keep seeing. He's like, oh, I keep seeing this, and I jumped on Google and I couldn't find this anywhere. Like, it's because I didn't have this trademarked or anything. It's just. It's a name we created, me and BBA, based on my initials.
You're just getting off the ground. Like, calm down, buddy. We didn't have product in hand April 1st or something. Like, what's the deal?
Once I actually have the freaking figures in hand, like that's probably when I'm actually going to create an actual website. When I'm probably actually going to trademark the name and everything because nobody's going to freaking take that name. Let's be honest. But.
Has he jumped on anybody else before? Have you noticed him before? Is this the first time you've even noticed the duck kisser?
I mean, I've seen his name before pop up plenty because he's always in the Facebook groups as a customizer. So I've seen that name over.
He's pushing his line too.
I mean, I've never seen his. Okay. I didn't know he was manufactured online, but
until he started attacking you, and they're like, okay, let's look at this.
Now it's like it's freaking petty as hell. But
the pictures you shared looked kind of terrible of what. And I want to root him on, right? We should be rooting everybody on, but he kind of started the war. Like,
but
I'm going to call you baby ugly.
But he's one of those guys that glazes big rubber guys. Like,
oh, does he? Yeah.
I'm like, but what's funny as hell? Somebody in the comments for Big Rubber Guys, they made this comment. I don't remember what it said verbatim, but essentially, somebody was complaining like. They were talking about Big Rubber Guys and their Monster in My Pocket monsters, right?
That new thing.
It's lazy. You're recycling Danhausen and Shotsky. How the hell you say her name?
Yeah, they are. Yep.
You didn't put no change to the fighting pose, to the mold, and no colors. This is very lazy. It's a money grab. You're charging the same price or more, and there's no difference, right?
Like somebody said, they're not even glow in the dark or something. Nope.
Exactly. It's funny. Matt Cardone responded like, "No, this doesn't glow in the dark."
Yeah.
And so you're bothered, right?
I mean, even if Zombie Sailor and Epic Toys, they've got a few glow in the dark, so it's been figured out. You guys could have done that. That would have been cool. Then a lot of people, I saw a few of those on Facebook, so I was happy to see some people are still glazing like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever, and I'm going to cream in my pants. And then some people are like, no, that's enough for me, dog.
Yeah.
I don't need it's just a repaint. It is.
Yeah, even I buy almost everything. I mean, there's a few things from them I haven't bought. Like I haven't bought any of their baseball stuff. I haven't bought, their little miniature figures. And I'm not gonna buy their monster line. And Latuni monsters. We'll talk about that as well.
But AJ would be down with like legitimate actual like monster type figures, not just repaints where they're one color. Whoa, look at that.
Oh.
Look at translucent yellow macho. That's all I did. Just color it yellow.
Yeah, AJ and I we talked about that just the other day, but just yesterday about that. But so they
I
talked
finally
about
opened it in Inoki. He needs to do more movement on the LGN. That is pretty nice.
yeah
Now that
that
I can
was
move his arms up and down, but now I'm like, now I want to twist his waist and his head. Can you work on that? And maybe not the legs, but what can we keep doing? Like he's going to evolve that, but it was really exciting. I'm glad I got it because I don't really care about Inoki the figure. I know he's legendary. I don't follow him or anything. It was just for the movement alone. I wanted to try him, and yeah, he's a really neat figure. I'm glad I got one. I don't know if I need him in on card. I know he's sold out,
right.
but I'm excited to see where he goes with that. Plus, that the Everest, he's added movement. Like the Legion of Doom, I think have 3 points of articulation, both arms and the waist, where Macho could only do the waist. So he's working on that stuff. I really want to move the heads on those too. I'm hoping he's working on that. I think maybe with Andre he is.
With the articulation stuff.
Yeah, it'd be nice to twist the head on the Everest now too. You know what I mean? Every time he adds it's never enough. Every time you add a little bit of an articulation, like, okay, that's great. Can we twist then I'll be like, can I twist the arms? Can you put something around the wrist or maybe the elbow? You know, it'll never be enough, but progress.
Yeah, but so somebody in the comments, they mentioned they were talking about this, and they were talking about basically why are they with this money grab? Why are you still charging $50 for this junk? You know, this basically should be like $15 figures, right? If you're gonna do some crap like
You've
this.
already recouped the cost of your molds. The mold didn't change. The
Oh
fake
yeah,
didn't change. The
exactly.
paint's not that expensive. It's one color. Maybe
And
maybe sell for 40 and then people will be happy. And like, oh look, I got a discount on BRD.
yeah,
And they'd still make a killing.
30 to 35, I think still would have been
Sure.
pressing it, but
Trying to give them some room to make more
but
profit.
everybody is obsessed with this Mattel and this $25 price tag. And
Yeah.
here's the thing. If
Pretty low.
Latoon went out of business right now, if Big Rubber Guys went out of business right now, do you think Mattel would still be coming in at a $25 price tag?
35.
No. I mean, at bare minimum. And what happened with John Cena? They doubled the price. They more than doubled it. They went from 25 to 60.
For the
And
signed one?
they called it an autograph
I still
version.
wonder.
And I still have not seen.
Yeah.
And I still don't know if that's like a legitimate autograph because I doubt it because John Cena ain't signing all of these different cards.
Yeah, you're saying by hand he signed all of these. And see, I'm looking at the listing now, and you can't tell where it's signed, how it's signed. It just says
I think they're printed. They're printed on there. And so that's not a legitimate autograph.
If that's the case, you're going to spend instead of $25, $60 just because they printed an autograph on there? No, I don't care that much. That's really silly. Oh, okay. How do you like that Rambo? I haven't got my Rambo yet, but I think it's going to ship. I got the bloody kickboxer.
I'm still waiting on mine. Shoot.
Looks kind of cool, but doesn't stand real well. So I'm not going to glaze him on that. He tilts forward. And in fact, I set him in my living room and I got hardwood there and I walked away. And, I live alone right now. So when you hear a loud noise, you're like, okay, what the fuck just happened? And then it dawned on me. I'm like, I wonder if he tipped over. And sure enough, I found him on the floor.
I got the blood right. I think I got the original.
Yeah, I've got all 3 now in order from the various sites. This was like an in-stock drop, and I'm like, yeah, he looks a little silly, but I kind of like the dead. I do like the little black shards on his fists, and I like the movie. It was goofy. I just wish he stood.
That was a Bloodsport, correct?
Huh?
That was Bloodsport, correct?
Oh no, it's Kickboxer. This one was Kickboxer. Ironically, with the blood.
Kickboxer. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, Kickboxer.
I don't think they have any Bloodsport figures, but I know Zombie Sailors does. I think.
Yeah, that's what it was. Right? Bloodsport was Zombie Sailors.
I'm not even a big Rambo fan. I just thought the figure looked cool, so I'm like, sure, for $50, I'll try one. I'd like Kickboxer as a kid. I was a big Van Damme fan for a while, so I'm like, yeah, okay, I gotta buy him.
Well, I like both those movies.
Yeah.
Bloodsport and
Kickboxer. Oh yeah, Bloodsport was really good too. I just haven't seen a lot of the BRG style. I don't know if I'll get any of the Zombie Sailor ones. I haven't yet. Because it's Zombie Sailor, so I have a love-hate relationship with them. Some of the figures aren't too bad. That Abdullah is kind of nice, but I only like it because I got a discount on him.
Yeah, shoot.
Lionheart. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember all of the different Van Damme movies. I don't know how many times was it. He was like in a Pittsburgh Penguins game as a security guard. We had a dollar theater for a while, which would show late run movies and stuff over and over again for $1. We were poor high school kids, so we would go late at night and watch the same movies over and over again for $1. I don't know how many times I saw that movie. Oh, Still too orange. The Rambo's too orange. This got a
Really?
little orange to him. This guy does kind of got a little orange to him. I kind of like him. I just wish he stood better. I'll have to maybe melt, maybe twist his rubber a little bit, get some sand, maybe.
The only good argument with the with Big
He's
Rubber Guy,
barefoot, so that doesn't help. Right? He's barefooted.
he does look orange as heck.
He does kind of look. He almost looks like Apu from The Simpsons, the same kind of skin color.
That is awesome.
The camera's messing with it a bit. I don't really notice it in the light. Like here, he looks fine, but when I put him up there, he's like, "Yeah, that looks orange, doesn't it?"
It does.
Orange.
But these guys are saying, like, everyone's bitching about the $25 price tag with the Mattel, right? And hey, Big Rubber Guy's $50, and then they're complaining about the monsters, which are really shitty figures. Shitty figures. Goddamn! Oh my god, I can't complain about them enough.
Put them next to the LJNs, and then you really get right.
Yeah. So. And then, of course, somebody comes in the comments like, hey, they're small business, and they're releasing, and I don't consider them to be a small business. They're probably multimillionaires from being professional wrestlers. So, I mean, I'm a freaking small business. Okay, I'm not some Fortune 500 CEO or something that decided one day, hey, I'm going to do a hobby and create my own action figure line. So, I'm just a regular guy who was a hermit and didn't have a life and hoarded all this money over the course of his life, and decided now, because as a fan, I wanted to do something cool for himself, for his friends, and do something fun for the community, and hopefully it's something that takes off.
I mean, that's the other thing that duck kissers poo-pooing on you, but you could just be like me and be lazy, and be like, no, I'm just going to buy figures, right? That's a pain in the butt, like creating a company and making them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll buy your figures, but I'm lazy. I got a day job. That's not for me. But he's gonna poo-poo you. I mean, I guess you're slight competition, but you guys aren't making the same figures at all. I think his are more glue style, anyways. It looked like from the pictures, right? What you're saying, they're a little shorter, even though he says they're LJN. So, I mean, you're not in the same market. I mean, there's a huge market. Even if you said everybody's making LJN figures, it's a huge market of different characters.
But
that you can make.
But the complaint is. Well, yeah, they're small. They're a small market company, and they're releasing characters that Mattel's never going to get, and they're bringing you back to LJNs, right? And if it wasn't for them, Mattel wouldn't exist. Mattel is trying to bank on what Big Rubber Guys did, etc. Got it. So they're really hyping up, the $50 price tag. They can't do what Mattel is doing. Mattel's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They can order larger quantities and charge a lower price because they can afford the larger per unit.
I mean, Mattel owns the factories, I'm sure, right? It's not like, I'm sure AJ and the Collect Major guys, you're kind of leasing time in the factory. It's like a timeshare. Okay, we're going to do the run this week, and then next week it could be some other customer.
And I'm glad they said that, because when the time comes, I hope that somebody is writing that exact same thing for me, because as I said, I'm not doing pre-orders. I am self-funding, and like I said, unlike Big Rubber Guys, I am not a professional wrestler who earned millions of dollars in wrestling.
It's funny. They could do
regular jobs over the course, right?
It is funny. They have capital. They could do all in stock. Isn't it weird? Like most of the time it's pre-order, but every once in a while they have it in stock. Do you know why they do that? Is it just to mix things up, like or did they suspect the pre-order would go poorly or something? We're just going to make 500, like the repaint of the Arn Anderson. Maybe
it's something just arrived a lot sooner than they expected. I would imagine. And I'm missing a million comments here.
Yeah,
I got to get back here.
Yeah, catch up. I was just always wondering, because most of the time it's pre-order, but then every once in a while it's like, nope, in stock. Like these monsters are in stock drops.
I missed that one. Brother paid more if it was
mentioned random treasure gets to say. Oh, really? Fake Heel hasn't mentioned random either? No, Cardona probably didn't. Even though Cardona rubs me the wrong way a lot of times, he is an actual collector. I'll give him that. He's not only just selling him to us and making money off of us, he is actually a collector. I've seen him buy some wacky stuff. Well, I think I saw a video of him buying a fairly minty LJN ring. I don't know how recent that was. It popped up on my YouTube feed. And he was so excited to get it. So you can kind of see. So I appreciate that part of Cardona. I don't know. Sometimes he's very abrasive with his customers.
Yeah, but like I said, my figures are probably gonna be like $100, and I know, AJ, when I mentioned that price tag to him, like, dude, he basically said you are never going to sell these figures for $100, and
Makes it
being that
tougher. You know
they're
it. It makes it tougher.
they're just regular YouTubers. I mean, nobody knows who they are, who knows who we are. You're definitely never gonna sell them. I'm like, I'm banking that this group, my viewers, that Bum Breaking Actions viewers, that maybe Bum Shadows viewers, hopefully 80s Revolution viewers, that I'm hoping that this, circle of wrestling fans and viewership is enough to meet the quota to sell those 250 figures that we're purchasing. I'm not going out buying 1,000 figures of one at a time. I'm probably gonna do 250 at a time.
No, I
Now,
mean
if
1,000. That's quite an upfront expense, I assume, right? And then,
yeah, I mean, and like I said, if we sell out of 250 figures, and I got a bunch of people coming at me, hey, I want your figure, but I don't want to go on eBay because these so and so is reselling it, and they're reselling it for $300. I mean, that'd be awesome if my stuff was selling on eBay for $300, but I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. If I have, X amount of people coming back to me and I need to go out and order another 100 figures, 200, 300 figures, etc.,
make another order.
to replenish the stock, I will do it, because that tells me that this is something that's worth replenishing and keeping inventory full. Um, I'm not concerned about having limited quantities to make this worth a stock that's going to be worth a ton of money, 20 years down the road, 50 years down the road. I want it to be where all these fans, all these kids especially, can have these figures growing up, and 40 years from now they could have those memories, pass those memories down to their kids, just like what LJNs mean to fans today.
Okay, and it's 40.
So
have you already cleared that with the factory? Did they mind you make? Is that the minimum sale? They probably have a minimum, don't they? They're not going to make like 5 figures and then make another 5 figures. They want to make, is it a couple hundred, 250?
well, originally they told me 500, and I'm like, I can't do 500. That's too damn many. My original plan was 100 figures. I talked to Bruce over at the factory in Alibaba. He's like, he didn't look at me, obviously. But he basically he looked at me like I was insane. Like, 100, what the hell am I going to do with 100 figures? Like, that barely covers the cost of the mold. Like, if I were to sell the figures for $100,
yeah, right. Well, because you don't know how they're going to sell yet. This is the first time, and you don't want to have 500 figures sitting in your basement or whatever.
Yeah. So what I'm concerned is, if I put them up for $100 a piece, and then 3 months later, Christmas, I don't sell a single figure,
Yeah.
and then I come back and drop the price 3 months later to like $50, and then everybody looks at it like, oh well, it's 50% now. Or let's say I sell 50 figures at $100, and then 3 months later, I gotta drop the price 50% because nothing is selling, and all the people that bought it for $100 are pissed off because it didn't sell. And like, hey, dude, you gotta give me a refund or something. Like,
and I see some of that from like Tide Run and some other companies. They complain like, hey, I pre-ordered these, and now you're dropping the price on this and that and another thing. It's like, yeah, that's the nature of the beast. They're going to have a Christmas sale, guys. So either you have to wait and play the long game, or you pre-order it. Just be happy you got the product. Time Cop. Even other Van Damme movies. And will they let you come back and reorder? I assume they would, but you just might clear that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they hold on to the mold, so you could always come back and order, replenish stock later on.
Do a couple hundred every time you need to, or whatever.
So Corey, I keep hearing that Big Rubber Guys has talked about random treasures on one of their podcasts. I know Bone Breaking Action, I believe, actually mentioned it to me, and I think you might have stated so to me as well. I actually tried locating that podcast, but I could never find it whatsoever. And I don't know if you have any idea which podcast that was on, because I would love to watch that. Even just that one segment where they were talking about it, even if it was like just 30 seconds long. I would like to see what they had to say about it.
Oh, I think that's news to Corey. I don't know if he knew that. He talked about how she never gets mentioned on those channels.
Bloodsport or Kickboxer?
Was that,
You
did
know,
I do that one already?
I love both. I love both. Tongue tied. Both movies, but I would have to say Kickboxer. I mean, the scene where he basically knocks over the freaking tree and he just tore the hell up. I mean, that's got to be one of my favorite scenes ever.
For me, unfortunately, because the tournament, I kind of like Bloodsport, but you're right. Kickboxer is a little more over the top with some of that stuff. And the fact that that final fight is them, dipping those into the glass and they're going to fight.
But also, when I was young, I don't know how 5, 6, 7, whatever. Probably old. I don't. I'm gonna say between 5 and 7. I'm not gonna dance for anybody because I can't dance, and I'm not even gonna try to pretend to dance. But yeah, I mean, in the scene, the bar scene where he gets up, he does this whole thing, and does this whatchamacallit, right? When I was young,
the drunk dance.
Whenever he did that, I used to always get up and do the whole clap thing and just do that to precision. My brother and his girlfriend would sit there and freaking cheer me on while I did that, and my whole family would sit there and laugh their ass off while I freaking did the whole kickboxer freaking dance. And I don't know what the hell changed with me over the course of my life, but I went from being able to dance like that to not even being able to do a damn cha-cha slide.
Oh, really?
And the freaking cha-cha slide tells you exactly what to do. And I can't even do that.
Can't even RTFM. So because of that, did you buy the dancing? So to their credit, BRG, the Collector Major, did come out with a drunk dancing, Kurt Sloan.
I didn't buy that one. I only bought the first Rambo and the first.
I kind of need to now. I did end up buying it just because I'm like, that's just such a funny cut. He was so goofy and terrible when he was doing it in the movie, pretending to be drunk. So famous, so memorable. Now I kind of want to watch Kickboxer. You're gonna have to find that on streaming somewhere. Or any of these movies you're mentioning. Time Cop, I wanted to like more. Time travel.
Which one of those? Were either of those where he gets put into like an ice bath or something?
Does he for Time Cop? I think so.
That sounds like one of those with Dolph Lundgren.
Cyborg, I think, was the one with Dolph, wasn't it? Am I remembering? I was trying to remember. It was still early on in his career. Universal Soldier.
Universal Soldier. That's what it was.
Yeah, and they made a couple, but I don't think they were in the other ones. They had other people.
So I don't remember those other two movies. I probably seen them, possibly, but I don't remember either one. If I did, so I'm gonna have to pass on that one because I don't know either movie.
That is tough, though. I'm still thinking about Bloodsport for Kickboxer because I like the tournaments. I like tournaments in movies, so that part of Bloodsport is great. But the over the top, because he's literally learning Muay Thai, right? And that guy is beating the crap out of him. That's kind of fun. And then the drunk dancing, and then at the end where they literally was it resin or something? They glue glass to their hands and they fight with glass in their hands. That's amazing. Was it?
I always thought that the damn older brother will always look like Rick Rude to me.
I'm gonna have to watch that again. I don't remember the older brother at all. I know he gets paralyzed, but I just kind of forgot about him. Right? Like, we need to do it for his older brother. Yeah, whatever. Okay.
He always looked like Rick Rude to me. Like that was always crazy to me. But
I wonder if I can look that up.
Yeah, when the time comes, though, just kind of backtrack. Maniac Riot Wrestling. Yeah. I hope all the things that they're saying about Big Rubber Guys that they end up saying for me. Like, hey, he is a and that he's.
I see it.
Kind of bring these wrestlers that nobody else will ever consider bringing to the line, and that you may never in a million years have thought would ever exist in LGN form, right? So. Yeah. He has to charge more than what a company like Mattel will charge because Mattel could go out and they can buy 5 million units of these figures and they could pay 15 cents or they could pay 3 cents per figure. And they can do that because they could buy all the figures in the world that they want. I can't do that. So my cost per unit is going to be a whole lot more expensive. And if we're not doing pre-orders, it's coming out of pocket. So it's not like I have customers that are helping fund, those purchases, right? So I'm hoping what they're saying with Big Rubber Guys translates to me, and it helps my business in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I don't want the Kyle Petersons and the Fig Heels. Like the really big reviewers of the world. And yes, the Matt Cardonas, because even even the Wrestling Figure Podcast, even those guys jump on and they have over 100,000 subscribers, I believe, on their YouTube channel. I don't want them to put a Maniac Riot Wrestling action figure and do a review and be like and just glaze the hell out of it just because they're afraid to give a bad review to an LJN line because it's a competitor or something. They don't want to look bad. I want them to give an honest assessment of the figure. No, obviously, I don't want them to shit all over it, make it sound like it's the worst thing ever. But I mean, I want them to give honest feedback. If it's anything like what I envision the figure to be, these are going to be the greatest freaking wrestling. I mean, I'm not to toot my own horn, but again, if these figures are what I envision, now what I envision and what is actually produced are two separate things.
That does happen.
Freaking Sin Bodhi proved already what my vision and what is actually produced, encapsulates, because let's be honest, what he gave me was absolute horseshit compared to what I instructed.
Not going to glaze that. What he gave you.
Yeah, so that's why I had to go to a complete different customizer because instructions weren't followed. And I said I wasn't going to say his name ever again. So disappointed in the product that I had to waste even more money to go to a different customizer to spend even more, getting new prototypes made.
Cost you more time and money.
Absolutely, and that's why we're so far behind with this first release because we're like what 6 months behind because I had to go back and redo those first two figures.
Yeah.
So we technically could have already had this first BBA figure already made and released by now. If we didn't have to go back and redo those two figures. So, hell, if we didn't have to redo all of the 4 figures, we probably could have had all 4 figures released at this point, or close to. I mean, if I had that available, but I mean, assuming that I went all in and found somehow to fund all of it, I probably could have had all 4 figures released by now, potentially.
Maybe if the deck would have gone the same way in a better way too, right? And saved you time and money.
If I had paid for these instead of the deck.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, you will enjoy the deck, for the rest of your time in the house at least.
I probably wouldn't have needed. I wouldn't have bought a pool. I still would have had this nice yard.
Yeah.
No pool, no deck.
Pool does sound great until I always worry about maintaining it. I'm too lazy.
Yeah. So.
And I don't know if our weather's good enough. You're a little bit south of me. Maybe. Hot tub. I've heard hot tub. That's your good compromise. But you guys already have a hot tub, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that do you use that all year? You even use it in the winter? Friends say I
haven't used it yet, but I learned from last year. Last year I emptied that sucker out thinking you were supposed to, and
right? You said
there was some kind of screw or something that busted. So, like when I filled it up in the springtime, the darn thing kept leaking.
And it busted because it was empty. You're saying?
Yeah. So you're supposed to keep that thing filled up during the winter time. I'm like, well, son of a bitch.
Like a pool, you keep the pool filled up, I guess.
Yeah.
But I've heard of people even in up here, even north of me, where it gets colder, even in the wintertime, being there hot tub, I guess it keeps you hot enough. And, okay. Especially like they'll go out there, maybe just lightly snowing or something, which we haven't had in a while. Like, oh, that does sound kind of cool, but I haven't invested in a hot tub either. But that could be my compromise. I could see a hot tub. I invested in the hot tub wouldn't be useful in the summer. Like, you want to go out on the 4th of July? You're like, oh, yeah, it's hot and humid. Let me go and jump in the hot tub. Seems kind of weird.
I don't know how many people are familiar with the tag team, the Colossal Kongs from the twin brothers from WCW.
I had to look them up last time you mentioned them, but yeah, refresh my memory.
Yeah. I have mentioned them several times during the live shows. I think because I've seen them in WCW, when I looked them up, I think they're managed by Harley Race. And we've already got the Harley Race from Big River Guys. We got Harley Race from original LJN. So to have him as manager, we already have him in the background. And
there isn't a manager of Harley LJN, is there? Did he make a custom Harley manager that you could pair with?
Well, you have Harley Race, the wrestler. So you could throw the wrestler Harley Race as manager.
Or at least a Harley in a suit, I guess. You could turn him into a manager. Is there a Harley Race in a suit or something that you've seen?
No suited Harley Race. Just the wrestler. But you could use him as a manager.
Yeah, I suppose. But a suit would be even better.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, if I could figure out how to contact him, why not have a manager suited Harley Race as part of the line? I mean, they got him for Big Rubber Guys. I mean, if we could find how to get a hold of his estate,
yeah.
Hell, I mean, I'm big on trying to release people that have never had their own characters released previously, but I'm open to new suggestions, new ideas, especially if it makes sense. Especially if it's something that I know will sell, and if it's something that the fans will be interested in. So if somebody comes to me and says, "Hey, we want a Tito Santana." Do I have interest in making a Tito Santana figure? Not really. But if someone says, "Hey, we want an El Matador Tito Santana," okay, now we can talk because I do have interest in making an El Matador. Now that
I would assume he's available because AJ signed him.
Did he?
He's not an exclusive. Well, because he's got the Tito retro comic. Isn't there a Tito? That's a Tito, right? Tito Giannetti? Yeah, that's a Tito.
Oh yeah, he does the Remco.
So he must, unless he's no longer available, he might still be available. And actually, AJ, maybe he could, share his contact details or something.
Now I'm wondering, do I want a Tito Santana El Matador with like his Hasbro with the pants and the pink socks and bare chest, or do I want him coming with like his El Matador jacket on?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Kevin Pelkey can make an absolutely phenomenal custom, prototype, and if we can make that into LJN, maybe like a good punching, like a Hasbro style, that would be fantastic.
I wonder if Tito has any ideas of of his get past gimmicks he's never seen in figure form. That'd be kind of just to pick his ear. Like, hey Tito, what do you think? What's missing?
I think we'd have to rush though because Ram Treasures has been releasing a lot of '90s era characters. I mean, yes, they fall in line with '80s LJN era, right? Mr. Perfect, Legion of Doom, Hogan and Savage, Ultimate Warrior, the Rockers. Who else can you throw under there? Natural Disasters, right? So these are all 1980s characters, sure, but you look up and down your 1990s Hasbro's. These are all 1990 Virgil. 1990. These are all fallen through 1990s Hasbro figures as well. So that's why I love looking at that because that's your El Gigante or Elegante WCW figure. I know a lot of people they don't like that I call him El Gigante.
But you can make him to scale.
You gotta call him Gigante. You gotta pronounce it correctly. I'm like, all right, guys.
El Gigante. Gigante. Is that it?
Elegante.
Gigante?
I don't know. It doesn't sound natural when I say it like that. Elegante. El Gigante just sounds more fluid. But
if you did make him, you had to make him to scale, even though some people complain about like the Latuna Andres. Because Andre was fucking bigger. What the hell, you guys? You think Macho and Andre were the same size? Like, what are you surprised he's bigger? He's supposed to be bigger. Did you ever watch a wrestling match? Like,
but I feel like if I make I feel like El Matador is going to be one of those characters that Ram Treasures is going to release soon. Why? Because he's a Hasbro figure, right? And Kevin is obviously the designer for all Ram Treasures figures, right? Yeah. So I feel like it's only a matter of time before that's going to be one of the characters that's going to be released. The only thing keeping El Matador from being made is that Ram Treasures has already released the prototype Tito Santana.
Okay.
So since she already has that Tito Santana released, she may not be interested in making another Tito Santana.
Or at least not yet. Too soon.
I mean, she's come out with like 20 different Hulk Hogans. So I mean, I don't think really in that regard. But
no offense to Tito Santana, but Hulk Hogan sells a little more merch.
Well, also it's the same exact mold though, the same pose and everything.
Oh,
so.
Right. Is it just that she sells a lot of them?
Well, I mean, the one mold, the Series 5 mold, there's a lot of different color schemes that they can use off one. There's another mold that she uses where it's a Ichiban Hogan with that mold.
Okay.
There's another mold where it's without the t-shirt and it's just bare chest. So, there's
some variation
in that. So
but
I mean,
it is Hulk Hogan, so people are going to buy it.
So I mean, there's like I said, there's a ton of different variations. With Hogan, there was a new Ichiban Hogan variation with the hands up, like Ken Patera. Now that one I didn't get. That was one of her last releases. Everything from Owen Hart onward, I haven't bought yet from Realm Treasures. So at this point, like I said, I don't want to stop giving up on the company. I might still buy something if it's Galoob 2-ups. I might still buy from them for that. But anything else that's just regular figures, I'm probably done with. Cost is too much. The paint peels too bad. It's just too much of a.
Yeah, that really sucks. Is she working on that? I mean, have you mentioned it to her? You're not the only one, have you? That said, hey, you can use a different paint. Have you played with different paints?
About a year or two ago, I guess she watched my videos or something, and she told me that I could send my figures back to her and she would replace them. But like, I would literally have to send not all of my figures, but out of the 70 or 80 figures that I have, I would have to send probably 3/4 of them back to her in order for her to touch them up.
But I just meant to improve the product. I mean, I would assume she wants a better product. Not glazing, but like, hey, should we experiment with paints, or is it the material? Is it both? Why is it chipping? Do you know it's chipping? I assume she knows.
Yeah, so like before I bought the original LJNs, like my first Series 6 black card figures were all Realm Treasure purchases. So like the original, black card Series 6 Rick Root, for example, like his hair up here would be chipping off. Like, why is your hair chipping? Like, I could understand if like it was scraping up against a shelf on top of it or something.
Okay.
The shelf above it is like that much higher than the figure. So that's not the cause.
Rick's or just let Arn feel more at home.
Oh yeah, like or like the purple pants Haku, the King Haku. Like almost the entire purple pants of the figure, almost all of it is completely cracked.
And how long have you had him?
Huh?
How long have you had that custom?
I think I bought that back in like 22. Wow. 22 or 23 maybe.
So in 4 years the pants are completely.
Yeah, but that's been cracking since probably the first year that I got it. So probably within months of having it, that started cracking. The little wristbands. So it has to do with the rubber. It has to. Like Dino Bravo has really awesome rubber, really thick rubber. You sit there, crack on rubber. It's nice thickness, like a big rubber guy thickness. No, little to no. I don't think there's any paint loss on that figure.
Okay.
But you look at like Bob Backlund and maybe Barbarian. Bad rubber, but I don't think there's cracking on that. But Bob Backlund has bad rubber. King Haku has really bad rubber. A lot of your early WCW Galoob 2-ups have really bad rubber. So figures like that, you can see why those pieces have a lot of paint loss. But so I just spent so much money, so much time making so many videos. Obviously giving full, honest reviews, even when I was reviewing things like Ivan Putski. And I wasn't given the greatest review in the world, but people are still tuning in. They were still seeing the figure. Even if I didn't like the Ivan Putski figure, guess what? People were watching my video, and they were telling me, hey, thanks to you. You may not have liked the figure, but guess what? I liked the video, or I liked the figure, and because of you, because I saw the figure, I went onto their website. I bought. You know how many people reached out to me and told me because of my reviews, they discovered Ram Treasures and they bought figures, and I'm like, and I no. I mean, she gives me discounts. You go in, put a little thank you 10 in there, you get a 10% discount or something. Okay. So, that's fine. So
You get 10% more paint
grateful.
chips. You get the paint
There's
chips
times
for
before I would buy a championship belt, and maybe there was the the gold on the plate was faded off. I reach out to her, hey, the paint was chipping on the belt. She'd immediately send me a replacement belt or something.
nice.
So I
So
mean,
she also makes custom belts and just on
yeah,
there
yeah.
too. You can just buy the belt too. Okay.
Oh yeah, the LGN
Cool.
belts. She makes almost identical. Well, they are identical belts to the original.
Nice.
The belts from LGN, they're like plasticky, so hers are rubber, but
Okay.
they're perfect. I mean, I bought like $1 million worth of those darn belts.
Now those are holding up okay. No paint chipping or anything on those generally.
I mean, a few of them,
Yeah.
the plates, they have the gold chips on it a little bit, but I mean, they're for the most part they're like 95% awesome.
Okay.
Very little issues with those.
Yeah. It's always good to have some nice accessories, especially belts.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, Ram Treasures is one of my favorite small businesses. I've always said that Net is probably one of the best people, one of the best business owners. I once upon a time I used to say, hey, you write her at like 11:56 p.m. on a Sunday, you will have a response by 11:58 p.m. on a Sunday.
She's like AJ. Well, they'll respond to you.
But
That's good.
I just don't know what happened. Like when I reached out to her, when I decided to start, when I wanted to start making my own LJN figures, and I asked her, hey, would you be interested in collaborating and going into business? I would pay for the mold. Would you be interested in making, my figure, my soldier figure? Because that was the first one I wanted to make.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I wanted her to like make my devil figure, my bone breaking action figure. That was pretty much the end of it. Like she never responded to me after that. Like, and I don't want to say I stopped buying from her because she stopped responding to me, but it just happens that I just had to start saving up. And obviously later on when the tournament, my LGN tournament started up, and I was going through all my figures and just seeing during the reviews of the tournament, seeing how all my figures were cracking, it was just that right there became really frustrating.
That's a good double. I mean, it could be she's busy running her business. Like, it wasn't a good time, but she kind of ghosted you instead of responding. Maybe she thought that'd be easier on you rather than saying no or something. You know what I mean? I'm guessing. I don't know.
Fine. Like she didn't have to feel obligated to me to say yes or anything.
But some people will. Maybe she's a pleaser and she's like, "Oh, I'm too busy right now to help him out, but I don't want to tell him no." And so then she gets paralyzed. Maybe. Trying to give her benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
That's a shame. But still a good small business owner.
Oh yeah, she still has my recommendation. I don't think I could ever say a bad thing about Net, or not really say a bad thing about Ram Treasures in general. I still like their products. I still give them a high recommendation. I just wish their prices were better. I mean, like I said, $100+ and all you're doing with the figure. When I start looking at other companies like Latuni, like Big Rubber Guys, and I see $50 with packaging
and maybe a poster too.
Yeah,
you're getting everything. With AJ, you're getting everything.
And then I see later on when I start coming out with my line, and I'm like, okay, $100. I'm still gonna be cheaper than Ram Treasures. I'm still gonna be. I'm gonna have a factory made product, so it's gonna be a real thing. It's gonna be packaging. It's gonna have a poster. It's gonna be a legitimate figure. I might be higher than these other two companies, but I'm still gonna be lower than a custom made company. So I'm still within the realm, within this price range.
You're in the range.
Yeah,
you're not coming out with a product that's $500 a piece or something. Then people are like, yeah, no. Right.
Yeah,
and when you're way out.
And for anybody that's over here, complaining about, oh well, Mattel's coming out with $25. That's Mattel. people gotta leave Mattel out of it because
I mean, you
you
can't
can't
compete with
throw
Mattel, Matt. Come on, they're
you
just
can't put Mattel and
a large
Bandai and
publicly traded
Hasbro
company.
or Kenner or whatever these other companies, whoever's out there. I don't know if Kenner still exists, but
No,
any of these
somebody
other,
was.
multi-million, multi-billion-dollar corporations, you can't compare
Of
those.
course not.
You gotta use companies that are within the same stratosphere of each other. You got to compare companies like Big Rubber Guys, like Zombie Sailors, and Grapples and Gimmicks because they're very similar
Yeah,
companies.
yeah. No, that's definitely true. Yeah, I
They're
mean,
all
Mattel's huge. Mattel's huge. They make big rubber guys look expensive because they can because they own their own factories. That's why I still don't understand why anything of theirs sells out unless that's strategic or maybe they just even when you own your own factory, you still run different lines at different times. But it feels like to me with the way these bands are selling, they should just keep making them for a while. Like why isn't there more Series One on the shelves? Unless Target said no more, I don't want to deal with it or something. Then maybe Mattel could go to the Mattel Creations website and start selling the LGNs directly. Why don't you do that?
I don't know what it is, but my phone doesn't move up when new comments come in, and
So
I
it's all
have to
hidden.
I have to start physically moving forward. So,
Yeah, take a look.
guys, comments. I'm sorry that I'm like lagging behind, guys.
Corey's got a
I got
bunch. You mentioned it. They sounded familiar. Eve Riot girls in the UK. You mentioned them earlier. Then I think he was following along with what you're talking about. He asked you if you looked up those belts.
some kind of let's see if we did some kind of Trump like Fig and Maniac Riot series.
Oh yeah, I'd be interested. I don't know how you can get away with that. I feel like if anyone, Trump would be one to sue you for using him. Right? He would not. He wouldn't be shot. Probably. I guess if you flew under the radar and you didn't find out.
So John here has a good question about marketing the figures.
Did I miss that? I totally missed that, didn't I? Unless
So
question.
BBA has like
Dang, I missed it.
does a good job at like creating like his own little cartoon esque on his channel. Not really cartoons per se, but his stills and his animation on his channel on Bone Breaking Actions YouTube channel, and of course he makes his own advertisements / commercials. Now, are we talking about like legitimate TV commercials, high budget commercials? No, we're talking about fan made, something that you or I would
Okay.
make.
Yeah.
And
But still a commercial. That's pretty cool, right?
but exactly. It's still a commercial that I'm happy with. It's something that I would post on YouTube or I would post on Facebook, right? And be completely thrilled about.
Like the two that we had two, right? Bum and then BBA made one.
Bone Breaking Action made a solid commercial. Wrestling with Bum Shadows also made a solid commercial to support the wrestling line. And I thought they were both incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And they both do awesome jobs marketing it for both of us. They post on Instagram, they post on Facebook, on YouTube. I do my part to share it throughout all the platforms that I can. I've never really been big on social media. When I just created YouTube, my YouTube channel 4 years ago, that's like the first time I ever did anything social media related. And my friend Eric, wrestling writer, the guy I used to buy all my LJN customs from, he told me if you ever wanted to expand my business, expand my brand. Let me rephrase it.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to get on Facebook and market yourself that way.
Okay.
So that's why I created, Facebook maybe a year or two ago, 2 years ago, whatever. And last year, my buddy Kirk, he's like, you know what, you get on Instagram, whatever, and
okay.
Or was it somebody else? I thought it was Kirk that told me to get on Instagram, or maybe it was Eric. I don't know. Somebody told me to get on Instagram. And so I got on Instagram like last June. I don't know what the hell I'm doing on Instagram, man. Like everything I post on YouTube, I post on Facebook, I post on Instagram, but I don't know what the hell to do on these things. I don't have any followers. Like I don't know what to do on this stuff.
You need to hook up with Bum. He's trying to build out his followers too. You guys go together. Yeah, I barely use Instagram, let alone I don't know what I'd post on it. I just have never gotten used to it. My friends send me weird links to stuff. That's about it. I do use a lot of Reddit. Probably my go-to because it's just random lists of whatever the heck topic you want to talk about.
Yeah, and I do try and share share this stuff as much as humanly possible. And this is what I was talking about right at the beginning of the live stream, is that I will create a posting on my Facebook page, for example,
Yep.
and I will take that posting and I will share it to all of these different Facebook groups.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I got my my stalker, this duck guy.
The
Starts, leaving all these damn gifts and laughing emojis and little comments, little conceited stuck up comments and stuff like, what the hell, dude, I don't need that freaking kind of hate on my freaking postings.
It's very aggressive.
Exactly, like what
aggro,
the hell,
I guess, as the kids would say. Is that what they would say?
So
you're aggro.
It would be really freaking cool to be able to get on actual TV and have an actual commercial with all this stuff. But right now, we only have 2 figures that we know we have available to release. We have Bone Breaking Action that's already in the process of with the mold actually being made. In the next few weeks, hopefully that mold is going to be sent to me. Once I have that figure in hand, okay, bam, 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 check the legs, arms, head, bam, everything looks good. Right to factory. I like the figure. You got the thumbs up. Then they can begin mass production. Once I give them the thumbs up, that's gonna proceed me to pay for the next mold, which is the Wacky Devil. Unless I say I don't want the devil to be the second figure.
I mean, the devil is a pretty cool figure.
I think it's going to be a fantastic release, especially because I feel like it could be double as both a wrestling figure and a manager figure.
Yeah.
And because we changed the name from Wacky Devil to Maniac Riot, and the damn line is called Maniac Riot Wrestling.
Perfect.
How perfect is that figure to be part of this line? I mean, he's basically a created figure, but he's not really a created figure. He's me.
Yeah.
So he's basically Matthew Watson. So he's basically a Wacky's channel creation, but he's a make believe figure, but he's me. He's still a real person.
When you dressed him once, right? It's a real inspired by real events.
Yeah, so I mean, I could, but like it's like Zack Ryder, right? You don't have to, on the Mattel Retro. You don't call him Matt Cardona.
No.
So, you could call him Maniac Riot and still know that who this person really is.
Oh yeah.
Question is though, because this devil is face paint, right? It's a Halloween costume. It's a devil costume.
Yep.
In the prototype that I have, it looks exactly like the picture, where it's just this is red, and then you got the neck, which is not painted in. When we get the actual mold made, or the figures made, do we fill all of this in with red so that he looks like an actual devil, where his whole body is red, or do we leave that part, this white here white, and then just the face red?
What'd you do for Halloween? You just painted your face?
Yeah, we just had the face red, and then of course the neck was still, non-painted.
I feel like it should be red too, probably, don't you? Or
the whole thing, so the whole thing looks like he's a devil.
Yeah, or at least you have plausible deniability. It still could be a person. The ring would be a hellscape design. Oh, that's a good idea. Hellscape ring.
So
ring
cartoon. And John, if you do get a chance, look at Bone Breaking Action's channel, man. He has a lot of killer, animation going on, and one of the characters that he doesn't get along with at all, and this guy he doesn't get along with actually hates his guts, and on his show he always badmouths him, berates him, absolutely trashes him like crazy. So BBA he returns the favor.
Returns fire.
We are probably going to end up making an action figure of him too.
Oh, nice.
He actually
you could have
went
a feud and actually wrestle him then, right?
Yeah, I mean, he actually trashed me in one of his live streams one day. So he's like, I'm such a freaking trash person because I didn't reach out to him, a guy who I didn't know existed until a few months ago. Why I wasn't making a wrestling action figure of him. I'm like, okay, we can make a wrestling action figure of you, but I'm like, guy, you can't be talking all this smack about me and then think I'm going to make a wrestling action figure of you in directly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably going to make a wrestling figure of sorts of you. I mean, it's gonna be our own created parody, but I mean, we are going to have something fun. You are going to get an action figure. Ask and you shall receive. But it's going to be tasteful. It's going to be funny. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good figure. It probably won't be coming out in the first couple of series. I mean, like I said, this line will probably have some level of success for that figure to come out. But if it's, like I said, if it's successful, I want this line to do extremely well because that figure would be amazing. I'm telling you. The Butters release, I think, would be incredible.
That's a good
this particular Jobber figure that I'm talking about, it would be. He's probably just going to be called Jobber. That's probably just what it's just going to be, just Jobber. No name, just Jobber. But the hunchback on him alone is going to make this figure worth all the money in the world.
Oh my! Be careful what you wish for. You're getting a figure of yourself.
But it's going to be so freaking good, man. I'm telling you, this is going to be the most exciting freaking line. And I just wish more people knew about the channel and knew about what we're doing. And guys, if you are in the channel, hype the video. Please hype every one of these live streams. Any video I make, please hype it. Get the word out. Share the videos. We need all your support, guys. Not only do I need to build this channel as much as possible, I need to build Maniac Riot Wrestling. I need people to know what we're doing, what we're trying to accomplish. I need people to be familiar with me. I need people to be familiar with Bum Shadows. I need people to be familiar with Bone Breaking Action. I need people to know who we are, what we're trying to do. And send people over to the New 80s Revolution too, because whether he likes it or not, damn it, he is part of this process. And he may, even if he's not getting a figure in Series 1 or 2, he might get a figure in Series 1. That still might be a possibility. We might have 4 YouTubers in Series 1. Question for you, for the viewer. I don't know anybody. This is open discussion, right? So anybody can answer this.
Everybody pay attention.
I don't know how stupid this is going to be, because personally, I think this is really stupid. But what if I say there's 4 figures released in Series 1, all YouTubers? Let's say the Devil, myself, Bone Breaking Action. So those 2 figures. Let's say Bum Shadows and 80s Revolution in Series 1. And then let's say we skip to Series 2, and let's say it's all indie wrestlers. Let's say the first tag team, Colossal Kongs.
Okay, yeah.
And then let's say, I'm just throwing out some names just for sake of conversation. I'm not saying I have any of these guys signed or anything. Again, this is just conversation. Let's say Ron Reisman, the Yeti, as number 3.
Ooh,
let's say Evil Nate Hewitt as number 4. Actually, I don't know if Ron Reisman is an indie wrestler anymore, but again, this is just as hearsay. Let's say I only release 2 figures, the Devil and BBA for Series 1. Says Series 1 on the card, shows you all 4 characters. You don't get Bump Shadows, you don't get New Age Revolution in Series 1 yet, because the next figures that you get released are the Colossal Kongs. So now you got on the back of the card, these 4 figures, and now all of a sudden you just got Series 2 in hand. Like, what the hell is going on? Where's the rest of series 1? You're going to be extremely confused, right?
Hmm.
What if you get Evil Nate and then you get the Yeti in series 2, and now you got all 4 figures from series 2, and you're still waiting on the rest of the series 1 release.
Okay.
You're as a fan, as a collector, you're going to be really confused and really pissed off that you couldn't complete series 1, right? Or do you really not care and you're just going to wait on it when it arrives? It arrives.
What would be the goal of that exactly? Why don't you just call some of them Series 1?
Well, because I want to have series 1 in an instance like this. I'd want series 1 to be all YouTubers.
Okay.
And series
Almost some
2
themes.
and series 2 would be all actual wrestlers or all indie wrestlers.
Each series could have a theme.
Yeah, so instead of mixing it up like with Mattel, they're doing, 2, golden era wrestlers, maybe 2 new era wrestlers, for example. And I don't want to do that. I want to have all YouTubers in one series, all regular wrestlers in one series, maybe all created wrestlers in one series.
I guess as long as you put it on the card back, maybe that, hey, or maybe you draw a list of 2 more in series 1 and they're mysteries or something. I don't know if you're open with it or if you're saying they're mysteries and they're coming soon. But it would be kind of weird getting series 2 before series 1. But
yeah,
as long as you're clear with people that 2 more is coming.
Yeah, the only reason I would skip to Colossal Kongs is because I feel like those would be heavy hitters. I feel like the 2 figures I want to create out of them, I think those would sell immediately, and I think those would help pay for the 2 other figures, Bump Shadows and 80s Revolution, and I could use those proceeds to help, like I said, to fully fund the next couple of figures. My worry is, let's say I pay for an 80s Revolution figure and it doesn't sell at all.
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting around for 6 months waiting for a figure to sell and it doesn't sell, and I got to go to series 2 and pay for the other figures and I don't have the funds for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my idea. What my rationale is trying to pay for the figures I think would sell better, but that's why I wanted the generic Ricky Steamboat, my created character, Aztec Man, because I feel like that one would sell really well, even as a created character.
Because I mean, it looks like a legit, like a custom. People be like, "Well, that's Ricky the Steamboat." Ricky the Steamboat. I couldn't have my WrestleMania 3 match. Calvin's back was, but I gave him one back. I just rewatched that one.
There was no command for the figure line other than mentioning them here. But they are big over here.
My keyboard keeps double typing or something.
Maniac Riot Wrestling.
Yeah. It fell off my thing. This way.
Elegante.
El Gigante.
Arriba. I did look up the belts. I think they're very similar to the ones I have because I got a million different custom belts myself.
Come on. There it is.
Hey, thanks always. Think of that.
A million different belts. Yeah, it becomes kind of like easy to buy. I assume that's super expensive.
It's a fun watch.
It's easy to buy eventually.
Since he's in the chat right now. Ever since he's been part of live stream chats and everything, been watching a lot of because I'm subscribed to him, so I always get the notifications every time he drops a new video. It's hilarious. I didn't even know that was a thing. AI videos, but
Hmm.
that's funny as hell.
Not surprised. I mean, with rampant use of AI anymore. I don't use AI enough. Well, on my job I do, but
The only thing that's confusing is the AI. They don't always have the same guy. Sometimes it looks like he looks like one guy in one clip, and he looks like a different guy in another clip. But other than that, I mean, it's just good content, man. It's just fun stuff. Oh, Kelvin, uh, I'm glad you asked that because you were talking about this, The Running Man. I didn't watch the Arnold Schwarzenegger version, but I did watch the other version,
okay.
the new version, and that was a fantastic movie, The
Oh,
Running Man.
nice.
Now the game, if that's Michael Douglas, I remember if that's the 1997 the game, that I remember seeing that back in, like I said, back in the 90s, and I remember it being a fantastic movie. I don't remember crap about it, unfortunately.
This one
So
has Ice-T. He's saying
I
this was Ice-T hunted by a group of rich psychos. It sounds familiar, but I mean, I'm Running Man, either one, so it's hard for me to say no. And Arnold Schwarzenegger in the original got the remake, which was also good.
yeah, so
Based on a book by Stephen King, he was going to win no matter what.
I'm gonna say The Running Man.
Feel bad for Ice-T. Oh yeah, I think it's on. Is it on Paramount right now? Did you watch it streaming?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah,
I think that's where I saw it. It's
I
on
think I
streaming.
both movies.
If you got Paramount, I think it's on Paramount or Google search because usually it'll tell you. I think it's Paramount. It just came out a week or two ago. Because I was sick when it came out. And I'm like, I'll rewatch this during the day. You know, while I was trying to.
Oh, The
It
Condemned.
is more real to the book, the remake of Running Man. The original Running Man has very little to do with the Stephen King book, but it has Arnold Schwarzenegger in it with all his funny puns, right? You know, whenever he takes out one of those, I forget what they're called, gladiators, basically. He makes a funny pun about it. You know what I mean? He was definitely prime Arnold. You know, like I'm trying to think of the funny stuff. It's kind of a meme now at this point, right? When he does something. What was it in like Commando where he drops the guy? Wasn't it Commando where he holds him over the edge and he says like I lied, but I think somebody asked him later, what happened to that guy? He's like, oh yeah, he fell or I don't know. There's always some cute little quip.
Death Proof.
Or the Wraith.
I'm gonna go with The Wraith because that is a legendary movie right there.
Can you explain what was the Wraith? Help me out because I'm drawing a blank.
And the car movie with
Okay.
Charlie Sheen and
Oh,
what the hell was it? The chick from Rude Awakening.
oh. I don't think I've seen the Wraith, but I didn't really like Death Proof that much. So I'm torn. You're going with the Wraith, definitely. Like,
damn, like I can remember from Rude Awakening and that damn werewolf movie. Sherilyn Finn.
oh, okay, yeah, it's an older movie. The Wraith. I've never seen the Wraith that I can remember. It doesn't sound familiar, but I didn't like Death Proof. So I guess do I go with the Wraith, a movie I haven't seen? Oops, dang it.
I mean, it's like one of my oldest memories of movies. I mean, that movie came out like what, 86, I want to say, something like that.
It's an older. Okay. Yeah, I still need to catch up on some of that stuff. It was nice. I watched The Running Man. Well, if you have Paramount, you can watch the remake too, or the original as well. Because I think as soon as I finished the remake, the modern one, it said, "Hey, would you like to watch the original one?" I'm like, "Ah, sure. I haven't watched that in a while." I assume it's still on Paramount, so you can watch the other one too if you're into some classic Arnold. He did come back, but he didn't say I'll be back in that movie. He did come back in the end. It was a pretty good movie. Very dystopian future. Got a few good actors in it, including Jesse the Body Ventura. He's in Running Man.
Oh, the original?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he plays like a retired gladiator, whatever they're called, who almost comes out of retirement to face Arnold. Because at that point, Arnold's killing them all, literally, except for one. He doesn't kill one, but he pretty much kills every other. They're not called gladiators, but it reminds you of American Gladiators, right? The shtick, except for it's to the death. Do you remember that show, American Gladiators? I remember liking it as a kid. That'd be on, I think, Saturday Night Live. The Saturday Night Live slot every once in a while. where they have the funny little uniforms. They're all big, buff men and women wearing red, white, and blue, and they have the weird different events they participate in, and they'd celebrate at the end with a big obstacle course. It was different. I kind of liked it. Apparently, they took advantage of the gladiators. I watched a documentary on it a couple years ago. But as a kid, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. There was also, as a kid, and I think it was also on Saturday night, but maybe this was ABC, and maybe that's why I'm confused with NBC. But it was like a roller derby type, like rock and roller games or something. Do you remember anything like this? Or am I like on mushrooms or something? I need to look that up because I remember vaguely as a kid. I think it was an ABC, and I think American Gladiators was too, so it wasn't the NBC Saturday Night Live event. That's why I'm trying to think of like, well, how did American Gladiators come on? And you also had Saturday Night Live and Saturday Night event for different networks. Now I'm thinking about it. We got a guest on the show. Heard all this American Gladiator talk and said, "Oh, I've got opinions."
You got opinions?
I like Ice or whatever they were called. I think Ice was one of them.
You got opinions?
Like Domino or Freeze Ray or something.
You got opinions.
Very calm. Don't mind being held there.
Say hi to people.
I don't know about the paw grabbing, but
actually
pretty tame. I always hated it when a cat didn't want to be held and petted. You know, like, oh, you want to be held and petted right now? Oh, that's not. Nope, I'm a cat. I gotta be independent. Okay, go play in the box or whatever you want. Jump on the refrigerator where you should be or something silly, right? The cat's always doing that just because they can. I think that's what they do, right? Because they have such great leaping abilities. Even if your cat gets like old and fat and out of shape or whatever, they still seems like they can leap crazy distances. You know what I mean? I'm always surprised.
Oh man, I'm trying to think what is still out there collection wise that we need to pick up because I'm out of like I don't collect anymore the way I used to, and I feel like there's something that I need to get that I'm missing.
You mean to collect or to Maniac Riot?
No. Basic for collection wise, anything that's out there. I feel like the Rougeau brothers or Big Rubber Guys is really the only thing that in the short term I'm really interested in.
You're gonna pre-order it? You think you got all month?
Yeah, and that's about it, right? I don't buy zombie sailors, right? Big Rubber. I mean, grapplers and gimmicks. I don't buy anymore.
I think is it the toy commercial macho that Tony's going to drop as an instant? You remember on his new website? Something like that might be coming this month.
Yeah, I mean,
hard to keep up with AJ.
That's another thing. I've been going through a lot of my Gmail like orders, trying to see, how much of these figures I ordered, right? Because a lot of time, he's telling me like I ordered one of this, one of that. I'm like, I gotta be ordering two of these things. I know I gotta be ordering two. Like I ordered one Inoki, and I'm like, I thought I ordered two, but he's like, no, you ordered one. I'm like, okay, fine. So I went back and I checked on that. I thought I ordered two Legion of Doom. I only ordered one. Apparently, I ordered two gold, not
two. And you got one red, but two gold.
Yeah, and so
you can still get another red if you want. They're just not super cheap.
Yeah, I mean they're both the same price.
I know, but I'm just saying you kind of already spent that money, so it's a little different than finding another $175 or whatever. I'm only buying one of each, but in fact, I haven't bought the gold one yet. I'll probably will.
I messed up on that because I thought there was like I thought that price tag was for one single figure. I didn't realize it was.
You got two. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was for both Animal and Hawk.
I think I went out to his site and he has finally split them. Because I think he always said like, why would you ever buy just Animal or just Hawk? I'm like, yeah, I probably wouldn't, but I guess if people see the price, maybe they'd rather buy half and half. Like, I'll give you the $80 or $90 for one of them. But it's funny I say that, and yet he had that Thanksgiving drop of only Animal in the white. Is he going to release a Hawk and white then too? He's got to, right? As a mini completionist, I'm kind of like, I've got two animals and one Hawk now. There's a problem. I need another animal, right? It feels weird because I have him in my human pack, the white animal. I'm like,
I'm you know what? I didn't think about asking him about that. I should have asked him if he could send me the white animal and have him just swap that with one of or possibly both of the Legion of Doom figures and see if maybe he could like just reimburse me the difference on that or
You could
something.
try that because the gold hasn't been made yet, or maybe it's in the process of being made. Right? It's not in stock yet. Right? The gold. I haven't bought it. I figured I could wait. The red's in stock now, but I think you already got your red.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, like, with this
Yeah,
with the second set of Legion of Doom, I mean, should I hold on to that and think maybe X amount of years in the future it's going to be worth a ton of money, or should I say screw it, put it on eBay right now and see who will pick it up? Because I'm not going to sell it for what I paid for it. I'm going to hope that I could get more for it because it's an investment and I'm a reseller. It's how I make my business. It's how I earn profit and pay for this lavish lifestyle.
Is that your wife?
Yeah, she knows before.
I've seen you get takeout mac and cheese before. You rich fat cats. No, I'm kidding.
She knows before, and she's like,
It wasn't Panera mac and cheese. That's expensive. Or Panera soup. It always looks good. It's like $1 billion. I'm like, no, that's okay, Panera. You keep your soup.
I go to the store, I buy something for $6, I resell it for 8.5, and that's how I fund my lavish lifestyle.
I don't see enough Latuni to gauge the market on eBay for Latuni, really. Do you? I see some people trying to sell like in stock items, like I think the face paint Andre. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with the big rubber guys, but they're like, oh, $100. And I'm like, well, I can go to his website right now and get it for 60. Like, why would I pay you 100? I guess part of it's information, right? That people don't realize.
Like, I think the only time I've ever seen any Latuni on there is probably Macho Man for like $55 or something.
It's very rare, and a lot of times you can tell it's AJ himself. Right? He's just using eBay as another outlet to sell.
Maybe that's what it is.
But it's usually at cost. It's the same cost as his website, I think, or maybe he got $5 up because maybe eBay takes a cut. Probably, it's reasonable though. It's just another because maybe there's only people that shop on eBay and they don't know about his website. So, fair play to him, right? You sell it anywhere you can. And because I suspect, and I haven't asked him, but I rebought a second Ultrasonic, the blue Macho, because I didn't have them in on card and it was sold out. I found a good deal on Macari. I suspect it was secretly him that I bought it from, based upon the other items, because the seller had only sold Latuni stuff. And he's not a big enough company that I can't think there's a lot of collectors out there only reselling Latuni. And it was from California, so I wonder if I actually just bought this from AJ. I think.
Speaking of that Ultrasonic Macho, I don't know if you saw his website or his Facebook posting of the Taker Macho Man or the Faker Macho Man.
Yeah, I was wondering what we call that. It's such a weird color. What's that based off of? Do you know?
He-Man, isn't it?
Is that what that's from? Okay, because it's such an interesting color.
Masters of the Universe Faker.
And then he said he's not going to make it, but I think secretly he's kind of.
I mean, I think that was one of his plans. He wanted to make wrestling meets Masters of the Universe. And
I mean, if he can make like the Ultrasonic, he only did 100, right? If that's still affordable because it's the same mold. If it's affordable for him to make another 100 of a weird Macho like that one, why not? They sold out eventually, right? All the Ultrasonics are gone. It might take them some time, but I'm going to buy one or two of them. You're probably going to buy at least one or two of them. There's going to be other Latuni collectors that'll buy it.
That one would sell, and I don't think he has to do 100. I think he could probably sell 300 to 500 of those if he makes them.
Well, I'm just saying, like if he's not about selling them all,
yeah,
you've already got a good with the factory. If they let you make 100 Ultra, they'll let you make 100 of the Fakers, or whatever you're calling them. Oh, I still kind of like that back with the Batman style.
Yeah, and I think that. Ooh. I like that one. 30 Days of Night or Wishmaster. I would probably go with Wishmaster because I like the whole series of Wishmaster movies. But 30 Days of Night, I mean, I love vampire movies, so it's kind of hard to pass on that. But Wishmaster would probably be my choice.
Yeah, I could see that. There's a lot of tough ones. Because I'm not feeling, other than the Running Man was easy for me, a lot of them are kind of like, well, I like both movies are okay. I don't have a dog in that hunt. What do we say? Ross is in the house, so be on your best behavior. Put away your mail. Don't want him to spook him, scare him away.
AJ and I were talking about this the other day, and when they came out with this monster line for big rubber guys, and then you kind of look at like the Faker Macho Man, right? One thing, obviously, you wish that big rubber guys would have done with their Shotsky, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. I keep calling her Shotsky.
Yeah, that's a funny name.
How you say her name?
It's hard to get Shotsky. Is there a K in there? I think Shotzi, maybe.
Shotzi. And Danhausen is, like I said, it's just the exact same mold, right? One flat color, one flat solid color. If they had turned it into what Mattel did with their monster line, like the Vampire Undertaker or the Roman Reigns werewolf, I think it was Chris Jericho mummy, something like that.
Okay.
Though that line was incredible. I love that line. The Mattel zombies, the Mattel mutants. I love that stuff. That stuff was so much fun.
And now they're doing with Street Fighter, right? Or they did just recently. The different characters are Street Fighter characters.
Well, I know they like some kind of like 5.5 Remco style figures with like Street Fighter Funko.
I think these are just regular elites, style. I think I'm not that interested. They look cute, but I don't collect elites at all really anymore. Right? I barely buy enough retros. I don't like the points of articulation, so I'm like, nah. Other than the random punk maybe, but all of them are very similar. I'm like, nah. They have so many elites. Oh, Shirt Tails. Oh man, there's a lot of great cartoons they're mentioning. Space Ghost or gotta be Space Ghost, right?
I don't know about either of those.
I think there's gotta be Space Ghost. A lot of interesting old cartoons. It kind of dovetails. Wasn't it last live stream where somebody said we needed to watch the trailer for the new He-Man movie, which is coming out this year?
Yeah, I haven't seen the He-Man.
I need to watch it with sound on this time. Gotta be Space Ghost. Shirt Tails, that's amazing. I like all these old cartoony references. Mm-hmm. I'm going through my midlife crisis. I wish I had 1 or 2 VHS tapes that just filled with cartoons that I'd watch over. I still wish I had that something.
But that right there,
there's a mix of stuff.
That's what I want to do. I want to create some kind of monster line myself, and I kind of jokingly made a posting like that, where like,
because you love that theme too.
If my freaking wrestling line fails, or if I'm hemorrhaging money, all I gotta do is take my exact same figures, my devil figure, my BBA figure, whatever. You take those exact same molds. Here's an all red devil figure. Here's an all green bone breaking action figure. Just release. Call them monsters and release that exact same mold. Don't have to do anything, no painting, nothing. Factory, there you go. We're golden.
So what Major did.
Paint applications, it might even be cheaper to have the factory do that. And instead of releasing it for $100, I could probably release it for $50. And you know what? Maybe my buyers would want it because, hey, they're monsters apparently. And do what Big Rubber Guys are doing. And maybe I could double up. Maybe I could do 500 to 1,000 figures and sell it for that if that's the case.
That price point.
Shoot.
It'd be nice if they shrunk them down though, because right now in the pocket smaller, weren't they? Ooh, that's awesome. People are throwing this back in Kelvin's face. Everybody's giving Kelvin the choices now. The upper hand's on the other foot. Oh, Ross is picking up on your non-blonde hair.
Bloodhound Gang or 321 Contact on PBS Public TV.
321 Contact. I even had the magazine. I didn't know it at the time, and I wasn't into computers, but they put a program in the back of most, if not all, of their magazines. I love that show. 321 Contact.
Halloween with blonde hair. You look just like him.
Clearly, because I even had the magazine. Land of the Law.
You have blonde hair.
Gray.
I mean, it's grayish, but it's blonde.
Yeah, it's not overly gray. At times, you can see the gray. I could tell when you first dyed it again, and I'm like, well, it's not blonde. But I couldn't have told you until you told me it was grayish. That's what it was. Of course, what's your natural hair? Is it blonde?
Black.
You're naturally dark, yeah. But maybe it's still got some of the. Of course, like most of them, you bleach it and then you color it, unless you just bleach it. So I don't know if that sticks around a bit. Now you're going for like a grunge look or something. You're gonna start a grunge band, maybe. Nirvana 2. Would that be in poor taste if you started a band and called it Nirvana 2? People like, what? Kind of like when Metallica actually came out with Unforgiven 2. I'm like, really? Sequel? Come on, guys. Do you need money that bad? Soundgarden 2, totally new band. He's dead. Please don't make fun of Soundgarden.
You put mayonnaise in your hair yet?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Have a nice hair sandwich, put mayo in there, and just go to town. Now I'm hungry. Now I want things with mayo injected in them, on top of them, over them, underneath them. Nice soup made out of just mayo with chicken wings in it. A little bit.
Shoot, man. While
Chunky
my wife
chicken wings.
was getting herself some while my wife was getting herself some freaking look at I don't know how to talk today. While my wife was getting herself PT, while she was doing physical therapy, God, I don't know how to talk. While my wife was doing physical therapy, I ran into Kroger and did a little bit of grocery shopping.
You got some mayo.
Not this time, but I did run in and got some tiramisu cake.
Oh yeah, we did. Okay, and
I didn't pull that anything up, but shoot, I should have doubled up on that son of a bitch because usually the damn cake is like that big, and usually the darn thing was like $15, and I got it for like 50% off.
Oh.
My wife looked at me, she's like, "Mother effer, you should have got two of these son of bitches."
You could at least frozen one for a while, yeah.
And I'm like, I really should have because those damn things, the darn tiramisu cakes, they're like that damn tall. So I'm like, you could take a cake and you could cut a piece like that wide because they're that tall. So a cake that deep is enough to fill you up.
Who was the manufacturer? Was it like a name brand, or was it a Kroger baked? Or do you remember?
Yeah, just I guess it's just Kroger Bakery.
Well, but so you say you should have bought another one, but first you need to try it. If it was terrible, then you shouldn't have tried them.
I think
it was good.
We got another tiramisu from the bakery before. So I mean, we had actually no, we didn't. I lied. We bought it from DoorDash, so it probably came from a restaurant.
Yeah,
but
this was pretty good. The Kroger style, Kroger brand. Kroger
we haven't opened it.
Okay,
but that down cake was big though. It was huge, and I need to do what the hell that one kid. I need to stop making fun of that damn Nova Online kid. He's just so damn easy to make fun of, though. Oh my freaking god! That damn Nova Online. He's like TikTok famous for being so damn cringeworthy.
Oh really?
I mean, it's like when you get on YouTube, you watch one video because you watch a video because it seems interesting, and then every freaking day, it's like, here's your recommended video. So you watch it because it's recommended and it seems interesting, and then all your damn YouTube recommended is just this same damn content day after day. My wife's always pissed off at me because why you always watch this kid? Because it's oh my goddamn content is just all this kid's recommended to me.
The algorithm.
Yeah. So everyone and their mom is making videos on this damn kid because he's so freaking cringe. But I mean, it's his cringe that makes it so damn funny to watch. He's such a freaking weird kid.
How old is he?
He's like 21 or something, but he's such a damn weird kid.
Is it an act or the video, or is he really weird?
No, he's just a freaking weirdo.
Oh, okay.
But he's just like this overweight kid, and he's always complained about being on this weight loss journey, but like every single one of his TikTok videos are like going to like freaking Taco Bell or Pizza or I don't know, some crap, some fast food restaurant and doing fast food reviews, but his damn reviews aren't actual reviews or anything. Like just the most stupidest, lackluster food reviews in the world.
Called Nova Kid.
Nova Online.
Nova Online.
Or he may have changed his name, but no, I call him Nova Online. I think he's still called Nova Online. Anyways, if you look up Nova Online, you can find him. But just a really creepy, cringeworthy kid. Like I said, everybody talks about him because he's a freaking weirdo.
You say like he won't do fast food reviews?
He does fast food reviews, but like his reviews are so freaking corny as hell.
Like, it's like this burrito is good. Go get a Taco Bell burrito. The end.
It's like, I'm eating this taco. There is so much flavor in this meat. I give this taco a 5 out of 10. That's basically his food review.
That's kind of weird if he said it that way, because you're kind of like, oh, you really enjoyed the burrito? No, 5 out of 10. Like,
Well, it's not a Dr. Pepper, so it's not a. You can never have a 10 out of 10.
is that
But what the?
Nova Online? I don't know this. It has not been recommended in my algorithm yet. Do I keep my algorithm pristine, or do I?
I don't know, but like I'll watch videos like that, or I'll watch like Topia. I think it's that's her name, Tofia Chu.
Chew?
Yeah, and there's like these random TikTokers who you would never in a million years know about otherwise. But I watch a lot of YouTube commentary YouTubers. So like I'll watch people like Sensitive Society or August. Restart.
Isn't that funny? About hour and 49 minutes. It's not always perfect, but are you coming back? You're still black. I want it painted black. Oh, yeah, there we go. Hey, he's back.
All right, so I watch like August the Duck or Sensitive Society or Pegasus, or Xeno Shot, guys like that, right? And they're always doing commentary reviews on these type of content makers, and that's how I learn about these other TikTokers and stuff, and that's how I learn about like these different weirdos. Well, like, or what the hell is that woman's name? I don't freaking remember her name. I just know her as the damn donut mom. She's famous on TikTok because she went viral for feeding her kids freaking donuts. And
okay.
And so like all of her freaking all the videos that are recommended to me are, Donut Mom. Bloodspeth, I think his name is. He makes a lot of really good videos about these guys, and I like that stuff. I like these content creators. It's good stuff. I enjoy those videos. So, like I said, I wouldn't watch these other videos otherwise. So I don't watch them. I watch the content creators that make videos on them. Mayo glazed donuts. That sounds like a really good donut right there.
Have you ever eaten at Portillo's? Do you know who I'm talking about? It's like a Chicago. I won't say they're the best Italian beef place, but they're one of the Italian beef franchises from Chicago. But they've been branching out. Got one in town.
I don't think so.
One of the secrets of their cake, and I'm not kidding, they have a chocolate cake that people rant and rave about. I think it's okay, but apparently they use mayo to keep it moist. I guess, and I'm not kidding. You can't really taste it after it's baked, but that's what people told me. Like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Mayo could keep it moist. Because you hate a dry cake. No Holds Barred, the Suburban Commando. No Holds Barred probably lives No Holds Barred is a secret place in my heart because it had that double up with the wrestling event too, right?
Yeah, No Holds Barred to me will always probably be my favorite wrestling movie. So
and Dookie.
I'm just kind of looking back through these selections here, and I don't recognize a lot of these titles. So I'm passing up on a lot of these.
Yeah, playing catch up. A lot of questions. Ooh, KFC or Popeyes? I'm a wuss, so I never got into the Popeye spicy stuff. And I'm a father's son, and he was always a big KFC fan. Though ironically, I don't think we have any KFC. Must be on the downswing. I think all of our KFCs are right now closed. And actually, our Popeyes aren't doing much better. But we have a ton of chicken places. They're just different chains, like a Raising Cane's moved in, Chick-fil-A, that kind of stuff. I don't know if you say more of a upper class chicken, more expensive chicken. In fact, I'm not sure I could go anywhere and get a bucket of chicken other than maybe from a grocery store. Because none of these places I think sell buckets of chicken. Right? I don't think you can go to Chick-fil-A and say, I want a bucket of chicken, or Raising Cane's, or there's a few other chicken places.
We got a Raising Cane's here in Louisville, but like I have never, in 8 years we've been here, we've never been to that place, not once.
I was kind of surprised. We finally just got one. They're like, oh, should I see what all there is? Because for some reason we're getting chicken restaurant after chicken restaurant after chicken restaurant. I don't know if chicken's making a comeback. I mean, I like chicken as much as the next person. It just feels weird that that's the emphasis on new restaurants in town right now. But I looked and it's basically just chicken tenders. I'm like that's it. That's their thing. That's all they do. I think maybe they have a chicken sandwich. So it's not a big menu. I was kind of expecting all manner of weird chicken dishes. So I haven't tried it yet, but I'm like, chicken tenders. I mean, okay, I guess glorified chicken wings. I don't know. Or,
Like, until you told me about it, like, way back when, several weeks ago, the
I
first
forgot.
time you ever mentioned Raising Cane's, like, I always thought it was like a fast food restaurant for like burgers or something. Like,
Yeah,
I never would imagine, chicken restaurant. I
I
mean,
didn't
I
know
would
either
assume like
until somebody said.
like Burger King, McDonald's, like I would assume it was like a burger joint that sold chicken sandwiches or something, but
Yeah,
like I wouldn't think, strictly chicken.
like it's another
Uh,
Five Guys or a Fat Smash Burger, one of those places. Yeah,
you know,
kind of a cool
Chick-fil-A.
name.
We have a Chick-fil-A. I've never been to Chick-fil-A. They're always super busy.
That's the
So I
problem.
will probably never go to Chick-fil-A for that reason because I'm not sitting in that damn line.
I forget how he said it, but he said a cute way. Have you ever heard the Yogi Berrisms? He was the old catcher for the Yankees, but he'd say funny
Yogi
stuff.
Bear, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Barrows,
and
yeah.
he'd say, I think he said, nobody goes there anymore because it's too crowded, which kind of makes sense because you basically just said that with Chick-fil-A, right? Except for he said no one goes there anymore, like talking about a restaurant because it's too crowded. But it does make sense. I will skip Chick-fil-A as well. I'm like, I don't think their chicken sandwich is the best in the world, and it's definitely not good enough for me to wait in line. Even though they do a good job of processing, they're pretty quick about their waits. I still don't. I mean, I can get tons of fast. It's a fast food place, so I'm not waiting that long. The whole point's to be fast, right? So I always pretty much I skip them because ours are always busy. They're still always
Kind of
busy.
a kind of a stupid question because I've never been to Chick-fil-A before, so I don't know the answer, but I would assume that you can actually walk inside.
Yeah,
Like, okay, because I'm like,
it's most locations I've been to.
why is there always 10,000 cars? Like they have multiple lanes open. Like, it's not like you only have one drive-through lane. Like you have like two or three looks like, drive-through lanes,
Most
and
people
they
do.
both have like 10,000 cars on. So I'm like, why is nobody parking and going inside the restaurant? So like every time I'm driving by and I'm seeing this, I'm like, is there no is there like no walk-in for the restaurant or something? Is it only drive-through access? So
Just typical lazy Americans. I'm one of them. I've gotten into Sonic a lot lately. I don't know if no matter how busy they are, I order ahead on my
I
own,
have
and then I pull in. Is IHOP your go-to instead of
I
Denny's? Denny's
I was
has a
always said
soft
I have on this one.
Denny's has a soft spot, especially because a lot of locations. I think every Denny's I've ever seen is always open all the time, even like 24 hours on Christmas. It's really kind of sad. But for me, I think in the Grand Slams are neat and some of the neat things to do that Denny's. But I really my go-to at IHOP. I haven't been in a while, but you would get like a nice big omelet and pancakes at IHOP for a reasonable price. Like, yeah, you can't beat that. The omelets were nice. You could get all manner of fun omelets with different toppings. There was one that I think was it an all meat topping, and you get like salsa, which is not you would necessarily expect to put on eggs. It was really good, and then you'd still get pancakes too. And then of course at IHOP they have the four different types of pancakes: butter pecan and I think strawberry, maybe blueberry, and then there's just regular maple. I think so you can be all kinds of fun, especially as a kid. And like, oh, each pancake's getting a different flavor or more. Yeah,
I mean, I think everybody can sit there and, brag about all the pancakes in the world, but I mean, growing up, to me, IHOP was always the place we went to for chicken tenders and honey
oh,
mustard. So
oh really? Okay.
when I think IHOP, that's what I think about. I don't think pancakes. I think chicken tenders. That was always our go-to meal for IHOP.
So for you, it's more
Uh,
like IHOT, International House of Tenders.
so it
I
that
never order
holds a
any food for
special.
there. It is kind of interesting. I always order it because they do non-food, but I'm like I've got to order an omelet, and then since I'm getting the omelet, I'm not going to buy the toast. Give me the pancakes. But you're right. I mean, the pancakes are just okay. The omelet used to be really great, and then you get all the different flavors. My go-to is butter pecan. I love that as a syrup. Used to love both as a kid. Yeah, we I don't. They're both good. I like Denny's. I mean, they are what they are. It's a greasy diner. You know, you're
I
getting
like
you
Checkers.
get you get what you're getting. I've never actually had the Checkers.
I think
Checkers
Checkers
always
is
made me
an
sick.
underrated restaurant. I all this appreciation for like Wendy's and McDonald's and all that, but like Checkers has amazing burgers.
So it's a
I
fast
hate the
food
fact
burger
that
place.
I hate that they call it Rallies. Like to me, it'll always just simply be Checkers. Like, I guess it depends on where you live. Some people call it some locations, they call it checkers still, but most locations, they call it rallies. I think here they have it called rallies, but
Is it a fast food hamburger type joint? So they compete
checkers,
with the
yeah,
Wendy's?
yeah.
Yeah, I've never been. Hmm. What's so good about their burger?
I mean, it's just regular burgers, but I mean, it's just different. I mean, it just tastes
Does it
better, I
taste good?
think.
Good price. Checkers man one time asked for no mayo. Ah, ha, ha. So Checkers it is. Checkers is the best
Like
restaurant in
our
Latin.
extra
You
mayo.
Ross? Of course, man, he really does hate the mayo. I don't put mayo
That's
on
so
everything.
good.
I just enjoy mayo, but chicken tenders dipped in mayo, that'd probably be pretty good. Or honey mustard, what was your go-to with chicken tenders? Maybe barbecue sauce? Mayo callback.
You know what you gotta do? You gotta take that extra mayonnaise and spread it all over your French fries. Make sure you got that French fries with your mayonnaise with your ketchup, and you're good to
I think
go.
don't the Canadians is that part of poutine as well? Do they put mayo on the fries with the gravies and the stuff? I don't remember.
You know,
That definitely
I
feels
never
like
put mayonnaise on my French fries until I got into high school. And I saw my friend Nazar do that for his French fries. I'm like, dude, that's fucking weird. And then I tried it. I'm like, dude, this is freaking delicious. And
also like that
it's like the
sounds good.
greatest
I
thing
never do
ever.
that. That sounds good. I've never done that. I've used like a horseradish type sauce before, and it's mayo adjacent, but it's got that bite to it. What was I going to say about the mayo? Oh, so you ever have like so if you're having like a turkey sandwich like with leftover turkey, especially if it's like leftover cooked turkey, you can't not put mayo on that sandwich, right? That's you're contractually obligated by law. I think the Constitution itself says you got to use mayo. I've been weird enough though that I didn't want to make the sandwich, and I just like put a little bit of mayo on a plate next to the turkey and just like ate it together without the
Right
bread.
on.
Well, especially if the turkey, and invariably parts, especially the white turkey, gets dry. It is what it is. You know, we're not perfect chefs. People aren't brining it perfectly and deep frying it or whatever, so it's going to be a little dry. The mayo is perfect for dry turkey. It really fills in the gap there. I know. I don't know what Ross does. I guess he just never eats turkey. Blooming onion sauce is
Ooh.
pretty good.
My wife loves that junk, but I'm not a fan. Where do you get that stuff from? Like
Like Outback, blooming onion.
Outback Steakhouse and
I think a few other
nope,
places have them too.
Texas Roadhouse, stuff like that. Yeah.
They just made it really popular in America, I think. Yeah, I think Texas Roadhouse, some other steak places have their own variation. Maybe they can't call it bloomin' onion because maybe that name's trademark. But how do you trademark opening up, fried onion? The problem is the last few times I've gotten it from Outback, they have not been very good. It's been a couple
Mm.
years. I was kind of disappointed. But then again, I've been trying onion rings at a lot of places and I've been
Oh
disappointed.
man, I freaking love the review. This freaking woman, she leaves. I don't know if you ever seen the
Sausage, yeah.
meme. She leaves this 1-star review cussing out Outback Steakhouse about how she wanted the blooming onion and those bastards didn't even include it as part of her order. Then she came back and left them a 5-star review. Sorry, I don't know how to delete my old review. But before she did that, she's like, my fat husband ate the blooming onion in the car and
Ah,
lied about it.
yeah. Now we see the rest of the story. Uh-oh. Apparently BBA doesn't like mayo either. Can you believe these people?
Meal is egg whites and oil mixed up and never ate.
So these people, I guess, just never eat turkey.
I mean, what?
How do you eat turkey
Mayonnaise is
without
the
mayo?
most. I mean, I cannot eat mayonnaise without most. I can't eat mayonnaise without a sandwich. I can't eat mayonnaise without my McDonald's sandwich, right? My English muffin with
Oh, okay.
with the scrambled egg and bacon and melted cheese, right? So, like, how do you not have mayonnaise without an egg sandwich or without a regular sandwich in general?
Yeah,
Or
like BBA says, he eats dry turkey sandwiches. Yeah, they're super dry if you know mayo.
that's crazy.
Because it doesn't work. Try barbecue sauce or ketchup or mustard or whatever. It doesn't do the same job that mayo does on turkey.
Or
I promise
you don't have
it doesn't work.
ketchup. I mean, what are you putting on your French fries?
Well, I mean, I probably would put ketchup or barbecue sauce, but or ranch maybe. Ranch is all the rage too. Yeah, I'm sufficient.
Right?
Doesn't
I
look
would totally sing that Texas song, but
Actually,
my
ranch
wife's in
could
the other
be
room.
maybe
She
okay
might
with
come.
turkey. I don't think I've tried ranch to keep. Does it keep the turkey moist? Ranch might be good, like the nice Hidden Valley or maybe Maid Ranch.
She might as
It's
well
still
choose
mayo. I mean, the deli sandwich I ever made as a kid or as a young adult had mayo on it. It might have had some other things if I wanted to get funny, like mustard, barbecue sauce. I got into some phases where I would play with stuff, but always had mayo. every deli sandwich, right? And even deli doesn't really need it for moisture or anything, but it just deli and mayo go hand in hand in my head. Never not. Wow, Ross hates all food.
Uh,
He must be thin as a rail. He cannot eat food.
it's
No
funny. Like
ranch either. Poor guy.
Miracle Whip was the mayonnaise that we grew up with
Yeah,
when
not
we were
sandwich
kids.
bread.
And it
Yeah,
is so
me
funny
too.
that today Miracle Whip I cannot stomach. Like
Pretty sweet.
when I was in high school, my wife referred to Miracle Whip as feet spread. And I'm like, because I never had regular mayonnaise. Like growing up, I could never like I didn't have Hellman's mayonnaise or Kraft mayonnaise. We always had Miracle Whip. That was our mayonnaise. And when I went to Lane Tech, they had regular mayonnaise packets, Hellman's mayonnaise packets. So when you put your mayonnaise on your hamburgers or on your French fries, like you eat that real mayonnaise, like oh my god, this stuff is so freaking delicious. And when you go back and spread the Miracle Whip on your sandwiches, whatever you eat into it, like what is this horseshit? This stuff is disgusting.
What feet?
Um, like today, if I went back and put Miracle Whip on my freaking on my sandwiches, like it would be disgusting to me. Like I could not eat that crap. I grew up eating I grew up eating bologna. Having bologna sandwiches was natural. It was delicious. When I got into high school, I was bringing. I mean, even though I had free lunch, I could always go to lunch and have pizza or tacos, uh, sandwich. I don't know whatever they had for lunch that day. But most of the time, I didn't want to wait 20 minutes in line because lunchtime in high school,
You only get so much time. Yeah.
there are hundreds of people waiting in line, and your lunch break was only 45 minutes. So literally, if you were waiting in line for lunch, you're probably waiting for like 20 damn minutes,
Oh my lord.
unless you're like one of the first people in line. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to wait half my damn lunch break, waiting in line. So most of the time, I always brought my lunch to school.
Yeah.
So much to this, and so I had regular ham for my sandwiches.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Ham's perfect. Love it.
I can't go back to regular bologna. I have not been able to eat regular bologna in
Yeah.
damn near 30 years.
It was always a
And
mystery to me, even as a kid. Now I gotta imagine. I'm not sure what's in bologna nowadays to make profit. Right? I don't want to know.
yeah, so if somebody tried feeding me bologna today, I'd probably barf all over them. That crap is I could not imagine
Do you
eating that crap.
ever eat fried bologna? I was never into spam, but I think that's where we got the ideas because fried spam a lot of people like. I don't like spam,
I
but
mean, like if I'm making myself like a McDonald's sandwich, if I got my English muffin and I have my my scrambled eggs, I got my melted cheese on there, right, and I'm trying to make myself a McDonald's sandwich, egg McMuffin, and I don't have any bacon. I will probably go into the ham packet and put
also
some ham onto the grill or something
yeah, nothing wrong
onto
with
the
spam.
pan and use that as a substitute.
Hmm.
But
No, nothing wrong with that. I dig the ham. I'm getting hungry now.
let's see.
Orange stuff or Italian dressing on salads. I just wonder because Ross doesn't like any of the salad dressings or anything like that. I was like, well, what does he put on his salad? Or maybe he doesn't eat salad. Fried bologna, yeah, yeah. It can say bologna, but I can't imagine. I haven't had bologna in forever. So modern bologna, I don't even know what's in that. I still eat all beef hot dogs every once in a while, and I'll get all manner of weird sausage, like Polish flavored sausage, are one of my go-tos that I'll get a lot. And I assume there's a lot of lips and assholes in there, but you kind it's still better quality meat than I imagine if you just bought like plain Oscar Mayer bologna or whatever that you might have ate as a kid as a staple. I don't even want to know what's in that anymore. Like rat assholes or something.
Mm,
Keep knitting and knitting and knitting. Oh yeah, that's a yeah.
Pee Wee Herman,
Pee
yeah.
Wee, yeah. And knitting.
Yeah,
Pages
so
of
tomorrow
Herman,
I'm
Mr.
actually
Herman.
thinking about posting a video from a live show I made probably 7 months ago. I don't know. I'm guessing how long I made a video, but
Okay.
I made a live show where I was talking about the Fort Hood shooting back in 2009.
Mm.
Yesterday I posted a
Ooh, 9. Holy cow.
yeah, so I posted a video yesterday where I took a live show screenshot or screen capture. Right, I talked about my wife and I, how the day I proposed to her, and it's disappointing because that video has like less than 20 views, and it's been about a day and a half, or over 24 hours, and I'm like, man, well that video didn't do well at all. So since I don't really have any ideas for new videos this year, what my plan is to go back through my live shows and pinpoint different topics of things that I feel like are good stories that I kind of want to highlight and screen capture those areas and put them into regular videos and allow my viewers just to watch those parts. That way they don't have to go back and watch a 2-hour live stream, a 3-hour live stream, etc. To find those videos. They can watch them in just those regular 15 to 25-minute videos. So tomorrow I'm thinking about posting uh, that screen capture where I kind of talked about the Fort Hood shooting. Maybe. Now, I think that live show that I made was probably only about an hour 15 minutes long or something. So if that video where I'm talking about the shooting, if it goes like more than 25 minutes, let's say, where I was actually talking about that day, then I probably won't post that clip. I'll probably choose something else to post. But I'm thinking about that being my next topic because that was a very important day, and it was obviously a very sad, scary day. Obviously, um,
It's amazing that was so long ago.
yeah, that Major Hassan dude, that terse, but that son of a gun. I don't know if he's still alive, but if he is, after all these damn years, like I don't know why people keep mother effers on death row for so damn long. Just
Right, yeah, I don't either.
do the damn needful, right? But what's we got here?
A lot more food talk, so I'm really hungry now. I didn't eat dinner yet, so that probably didn't help. I finished work.
I haven't really eaten myself today, and I haven't really felt hungry, which is good.
Time to pick out. Get out the mayo. Get the bologna out. Fry that up with some mayo on it, or get that tiramisu out. Get that tiramisu out. It sounds like, right?
I mean, damn, talking about this damn egg,
you want to make an egg
sandwich. I kind of want to make one of those suckers now.
Those are good all day. Breakfast in general is good for any meal. I don't care what you say. Dinner, lunch, breakfast. 11sies. Love breakfast. Chorizo, that's a good one. It's good sausage. I love pretty much any kind of sausages. Bratwursts.
Cooking videos on YouTube do extremely well. Whether you're doing a live show, or just a regular video. So I might just come on here one day, just do a random live show, just like, hey, watch me make a damn egg sandwich, and watch it get like 1.5 million views.
Show us how you make the Wacky breakfast sandwich.
I swear to God, you know how pissed I would be.
I love
breakfast. If I made like a 12-minute video, a 12-minute live show, where all it was not even me commenting, not me acknowledging the commenters one bit, not me talking to anybody, not even me looking at the camera. All it just was me having the camera off to the side like this,
going about your day cooking.
And then watching it and looking at the views afterwards. 1.5 million views. Like, son of a bitch.
I mean, I wouldn't care if I could get 1.5 million views. I'd be probably pretty happy.
Nah, man, that would
problem will be, how do you capture that again? How do you get lightning in a bottle again? Was that a mistake? Was that a fluke? Why did they want me to? They watched me cook. Does that mean more cooking videos? And then you make another cooking video, and then you get 5 views. So right.
Well, I made one video when I was doing a WWF magazine review, right? And one magazine review video got like 1,500 views, and obviously I was happy I got a lot of views on that particular video,
Hmm. Okay.
but I felt like of all of the videos I made, a magazine review video got me these type of views. Like I did, you know how many amazing videos I was so excited about and felt like
You know,
this is going to be a video that really gets a lot of views. How could a magazine video get me this video? That like it didn't make sense to me. So I am so confused by what people are interested in or by the algorithm, like what's being shot out to being recommended to viewers.
was it something in the magazine? Like why? Because what's your average magazine view rate? Like,
Well, I mean, that's why I started doing magazine reviews because it seemed like that's
okay,
what people were interested in watching. So,
but then they stopped watching those too.
yeah, I mean, once my magazine videos started getting around 75 views, then I stopped doing it because it showed me that people were stopped being interested in it.
Why did that?
But
Why did you
but
fifteen
even my
hundred?
magazine videos were hovering anywhere between 300 to 1,500 views. So, I mean, even when I was at like 300 views, it was still worth making.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, I don't get a lot of views on my videos, so 300 views is amazing. 150 views is amazing.
Yeah, so keep making those videos, but then they start decreasing. Is 75 enough to make it worth your while to do the video? Is the
I
question?
mean, like I said, 75 views, it just I
I don't know.
personally didn't have enough interest in making magazine videos. Like it was something I did for my viewers. Like
Yeah,
I wanted to make something for the viewers because they had interest. It seemed like they had interest in the videos. But for me, I personally didn't have the interest in making the videos.
they
So,
were definitely different and unique. I don't know that I've seen anybody else go through that. It's kind of neat because then without having the magazine in front of you, but it's kind of like you get to flip through it with everyone.
well, RF
And I
has
remember
a
having several of those magazines as a kid, right? I don't have them anymore.
RF has a really good wrestling magazine channel. Jammers
Oh,
has
really?
a really good wrestling channel
Interesting.
magazine channel.
So it's more common than I thought, huh? Okay.
Oh yeah, there's some out there.
I'm just not collecting, probably because I'm not collecting magazines of any kind. So maybe it's not popped up in the algorithm. It's all figures. So I probably haven't reached out to see who all has. Because I always think it'd be neat to go through the old Nintendo Powers. Maybe I wonder if somebody's out there doing that. I had a kid, a friend of mine, that he had every single Nintendo Power, like since they started in the mid '80s, whenever it was. And like some of those were kind of neat magazines. I never subscribed, but
Yeah,
remember Nintendo
Butcher's
Power
Entertainment.
based on
He used to do nothing but wrestling mags. I haven't watched his channel in a long time. Um, he basically gave me the figure one day. Is like once I kind of like said, "Hey, bud, thank you because of you. You inspired me to collect magazines." I'm giving you the short version.
yeah.
Uh, because of you, you've inspired me to collect magazines. I wanted to say thank you.
That's pretty cool.
And he basically said, I don't make these videos to help build other people's collections. Short version. And I'm like, wow.
What a great.
When I reached out to thank you, I wasn't expecting that kind of reaction. Um, so
Sounds like someone who kisses ducks. It's gonna be my go to put down. That's such a weird reaction. Like just take the win. Like why? What if they're autistic or something? It feels like a
oh
you know what I
yeah,
mean? It just feels like such a weird thing. Like I didn't do it for you. Well, just
oh yeah,
take the compliment and say thank you. Just say thank you. That's it. You didn't need to go any further than that guy. Like what the heck's your problem? That's so weird. People are
yeah.
strange.
I mean, I've told this story before, and it's always funny to tell the story. But I mean, I'm not mad about it anymore. I mean, I was shocked when it happened, obviously. Uh,
I would not be prepared for
but
it.
yeah, obviously, I mean that's a good way to look at it. I wasn't prepared for that response.
I wouldn't.
So shocked, wasn't prepared yet, definitely. But
Very bizarre.
but it's something that's funny to talk about nowadays. But I mean, that's about it. But I was looking at his channel the other day, and it looks like he's actually moved on, and he's actually making other content now. That was one of my I don't want to say problems. Again, every content creator has their own niche and whatnot. But one of the things that I didn't like about his channel is that he only did magazine reviews. Like
Oh,
every Sunday, he would come out with a different magazine review. Like this week, I'm doing March 1988. Next week, I'm gonna do April '88. The following week, May 88,
Were they all
so on and
wrestling
so on.
magazines?
Yeah. So he has every single he probably has every magazine known to man.
And there were different versions. It wasn't always just the WWF one, right? It was like your pro
No,
wrestling.
it was just
Right?
WWF the magazine.
Oh, was it? Okay. Because
Yeah.
I'd be curious in the other ones. I remember I had a few, but I didn't have as many as WWF magazine. But like Pro Wrestling Illustrated and those other different magazines, it'd be neat to see some of those. Maybe.
Well, RF, he has all of those, and Jammers. I mean, he definitely has all of those. That's why those guys are like I highly recommended. So,
Yeah, no, that would be cool.
um,
I'd like to see some of that. I've stumbled upon a Reddit group that posts some older wrestling mags. And it's because of the nostalgia. I remember as a kid, you'd have some that would have a mixture because it's expensive. They'd have a few color photos, but the rest was black and white, print and stuff. Because it
for
is what it
collecting
is.
purposes, I mean, I want to keep that collection going. Like, I want to complete the collection, or at least complete certain years.
Okay,
Like, if let's say I'm up to like 95, I at least want to have like not 84 to 95 or something. But
I assume they no longer make the magazine.
no, they still, I think they still make them.
Do they? Okay, so you still have
I
to
believe
catch up,
so.
huh? I
But
never actually looked.
I just don't want to pay $15 to $30, sometimes $50 to $75 for a
A
single
piece?
magazine.
Is that what they go for? I was going to ask. Wow. Yeah, I've never priced them. I've never looked to buy
Like
them.
if you find an Andre the Giant magazine, 1980 something, he's going for like $75 for a freaking magazine.
Wow.
I mean, a Hulk Hogan magazine, $150. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
So if you're getting like a WrestleMania magazine, go for $50, $75, $100, like crazy, like ridiculous. So
Like the programs and stuff too.
I mean, I don't collect the
Some of
programs.
it.
I
Okay.
only go for me
No,
personally. I only collect WWF the magazine.
I was curious, wonder what those go for. I think at one point I had the WrestleMania 3 one somewhere.
Like the tag
Oh,
teams, Powers of Pain, the Rockers, Demolition. Like if you have a tag team on the front cover, like
yeah.
those were going for like $30 to $40 each,
Huh.
and
Because
like that to me was like crazy expensive.
just because of tag team or specifically like Demolition? Because I could see Demolition,
I
especially
mean,
now.
Demolition. I
Demolition's
think it
a lot.
depends on who's on the cover, but the tag teams on the cover are usually more expensive.
Money Inc. They're not like, well, Can-Am Connection. Well, it's not quite Demolition.
Well, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen either of those on the front cover, but
Okay. I don't remember. I remember having the magazine several years, several times. I don't remember. I guess we had to subscribe to it, but I remember enjoying it as a kid. Comic books for a while. I don't know. I think it was just random grocery store purchases. When I went grocery shopping with my mom, maybe I'd pick up another wacky wrestling magazine or comic book or something strange, whatever is at the grocery store. Just at the whims. Surprisingly, those grocery stores, I don't know if they do anymore, but they used to have huge magazine selections, all kinds of stuff.
yeah. Do you know Mecca? Me chorizo. Oh damn.
Catching up on I think
Damn. Who was
I,
Oh my god. BBA sent me a reference yesterday, and
gotta wake up.
damn, what the hell was his name?
Amanda Hugginkiss. Seymour Butts.
I think we all need Amanda hug and kiss.
Was it
Or
Seymour Butts?
no?
Was it? It was Phil McCracken.
Jesus.
Am I close?
Damn. I sent him a message yesterday too, and he friended me on Facebook. Shoot.
Kiss More Ducks, I think, is the guy's name.
But another luchador wrestler, and
Okay.
people's like, dude, we need to reach out to this guy. We need to potentially create him as a possible Maniac Riot Wrestling character.
That'd
So
be
I
good.
checked him out yesterday, and it's got a good look. And you know what? He's another one of those guys that could be, right there alongside like the American Luchador, and that's another possible character to go right alongside Bone Breaking Action.
Yeah.
And American Luchador is another guy that could be, he's a YouTuber. He fits alongside Bone Breaking Action, luchador wrestler, Rey Mysterio type, right? So
Okay.
we could have a nice set of luchador-esque type characters from this line.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You want to turn an AW and have too many luchadors, but you want the right amount.
oh yeah. So, I mean, does DBA fit that mold as just one singular character? I mean, I think we have a couple that we could potentially put up there. But
Chico Amante, does that sound familiar?
Chico, yes, damn it.
He's posted in the chat. Chico, is that the pronounced Chico Amante?
Chico, yes. And I can't believe I forgot the damn name because Freaking Gabriel Iglesias, that son of a gun.
Oh,
When when freaking when I saw the name Chico, you know what my first thought was? Freaking Chico's Tacos. And I'm like, freaking screw you, Fluffy.
Fluffy.
Freaking Fluffy back in the day was always bragging about Chico's Tacos. And I'm like, you know what, Fluffy, you lied to us. Because Chico's Tacos sucks. Fluffy always talked about how he never thought he'd live to see the day when he could drink a taco. But guess what? I drank a taco.
You can
And
drink it.
I drank a taco, and you know what? That taco sucks.
Can you
You know
drink
what?
a taco? Maybe
You know
put
what it
another
was?
ham in it.
It was one of those freaking like one of those damn long
What we talking
freaking
about?
enchilada looking
What we
and
describing? What we talking about? Tacos? We're still talking tacos.
yeah. So when you go to El Paso, there's a little small restaurant called Chico. Either Chico's or Chico's Tacos, whatever. And they have like this little bucket, this little tray, the yay big, that they fill with water. And when you dunk the tacos in there, the water turns brown. And it's like from the meat or whatever. So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
water, turns meat. So and that's a taco. The taco looks like that. It's like that thick around. It's not an actual taco. It's like that long. It's about that thick around. It looks like it looks like a shit. What the hell is the damn thing's called?
Oh, yeah, like the cinnamon dessert things,
churrito.
right? Aren't you talking? You know, I'm talking. That's what you're talking about. Those little
Yeah,
cinnamon
yeah,
desserts.
but like a lot thinner. But anyways, they're not real tacos, and so I was so excited. Like
Maybe like a taquito.
I was going on a combat deployment for one of my contracting companies, and so we went off post, and I was so excited. I was with a group of my coworkers, and I recommended, hey, let's go to Chico's Tacos. Freaking Fluffy recommended this place, and I'm so excited. I'm in El Paso. Let's go to this place. We
When
went to
in Rome.
Chico's Tacos. Let's drink a damn taco.
So that is a shtick
Oh,
they do. How you put it in the water and then you drink the water or something.
yeah, I mean, you don't have to drink the water, but I guess you could if you want to. But oh my freaking, you get there, it's a cash only place, and I don't like that because I don't carry cash with me. But
Yeah, I have that problem too.
oh my freaking god, that place was so freaking nasty. It
Yeah.
was dirty. The food was disgusting. It was the worst freaking horrible. Like I was so freaking embarrassed that I recommended this place to my coworkers. My coworkers, we sat down at the booth. We were eating our food. My coworkers, that they were looking at their food. They were staring at each other, staring at me. I was looking at them. I'm like I said, I was so freaking embarrassed to have recommended this place to them. We left that place. We went straight to Whataburger
Oh,
because like they wanted some real damn food, and I'm like,
yeah.
and I just ate
Huh.
because I mean I'm like shit. If I knew we were going to Whataburger after this, I wouldn't have even ordered this crap.
Hey, you got to try it once. You live and learn. Oh well, you won't go back.
Oh god,
Once.
I'm like, you know what, Fluffy? Your ass almost lost a fan after this damn recommendation.
He's right. Chico sucked.
So,
Were they just not flavorful? They were just weird. They weren't real tacos. They were small.
well, the fact that they weren't tacos, real tacos, is one thing. Two, they were nasty. Like when he chalked it up to like drink a taco, like he made it sound like it was something good. Uh,
No, it was not.
but they were just nasty.
Hmm. So
Oh,
next time you're in El Paso, avoid Chicos if they're still around.
and I'm pretty sure they're like with freaking with Gabriel Iglesias, man, chalking them up. I'm pretty sure they're on the map in freaking El Paso. But El Paso, in of itself, isn't like the largest city in the world. Although when you go to the El Paso airport, they've got like these nice stands, like all these beautiful cowboy boots all over the place, and I love that those displays.
Hmm.
Those things are beautiful. one thing that damn thing made me want to do is start a damn cowboy boot collection. That thing was so damn nice. They had one of the nicest airports.
That's interesting. You never really hear that about El Paso. One of the
What, the
nice.
airport?
Yeah.
They have a really nice airport.
So Chico's didn't have your cup of taco, tea. That's not my cup of taco. Cup of soup. Now I want ramen or something.
Grotesque. Did I ever see the movie Grotesque before? I think I did, but I'm trying to
I
picture it in
have.
my head.
I think he said it's like Hostel, maybe, if I remember correctly. Catching up on the comments. Dang, what's going on here? Multitasking.
Don't watch Teeth.
Wash him, don't watch him.
Before his heat to release short films, cut one on these TV shows called Night Fight. Mm.
What the heck is going on over there?
This guy has been obsessing over the new Gen figs. Obsessing over the. Is that what was that guy's name?
Duck Kisser?
No, Federation.
Kissmore.
The Nathan guy, Anthony, I think his name is.
Sure, it's not Chico?
No.
Chico and the Man?
I mean, they're the new Mattel LJNs are okay, but they're not super spectacular. Like they're nothing to go gaga over.
I mean, all the ones that were are remakes of the originals. There's nothing special there. I guess it's nostalgic. Probably that's what people are going for, right? Is that we collected these 40 years ago, and some of us haven't built our collections back up. You know, like you and maybe Kyle and some of the other folks have. So for us, this is like our second chance. Mellow greetings, John Spartan. Yeah, I love Demolition Man. That was a great movie. John Spartan. Hey. Find one violation of the verbal moralities code.
So, BBA was asking about Chico. Yes, I did yesterday.
Choco Taco. Then we pivoted to Choco Taco.
My motto. I ain't talked to you, but as he's a friend in real life.
Awesome. I guess you could. What do you think? Oh yeah, it's what 9:30. We reached the halfway point.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna stop at like 9, but you know the conversation was really good, so I didn't want to stop just yet.
Can't tell if I'm cold or not.
I mean, I would see if I don't know if you want to talk to him, BBA, or if you want me to reach out to him about a possibility of an action figure. But you know, kind of like the same thing when I talk to some of the indie wrestlers that I've been speaking to on Facebook. I've been letting them know, like, hey, I'm self-funding, so if we do try to reach a deal about creating figures with some of these guys, it's gonna be a while. So as long as he's aware that, hey, if he would like to work with us and potentially get a figure of him made, and if he thinks that we can try to, if he thinks that we can sell a figure of his, we don't have to sell out 300 figures, 400, whatever, right away. But as long as it does sell out eventually, I mean, I'm okay with that. I just don't want it, like I said, I don't want to sit on 200 figures and have it, sitting in my house for the next 2 years. But if it is something that we can create down the line, in the next year and a half, whatever, we could definitely do that.
Yeah. Doesn't know how to use the seashells. Yeah, I think was it 3? I think it was 3 seashells. What a weird way to scrape poo off your bottom. Seashells? Really? You mean in the future they wouldn't just use bidets? Like, why would you just use bidets? Like, why do you need seashells? Why do you need to bring seashells into this? Just use a bidet. It's kind of funny. And then he ends up cursing into that one thing so he can generate tickets to wipe his butt with.
Waterboarder burger.
Waterboarder burger.
Whataburger. Waterboarder burger.
I just know Corey put that, but definitely Demolition Man over Judge Dredd. No offense to Judge Dredd. Of course, I should say which Judge Dredd. They need to remake Demolition Man. One of the few.
Taco.
Why haven't they remade Demolition Man? I know it'd be sacrilegious because the original was really good. With a young, you had Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes, but who was the lady? she hadn't made it big yet. She plays the partner. If you want to take care of it front. Use the seashells front to back, though, right? What's it? Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock. That was the other one. Yeah, I think that was one of the first movies I ever saw her in.
All right. Yeah, guys. I mean, at 2.5 hours in, I think are we ready to call it a day for this?
Well, selfishly, I actually have to. I had too much water. I'm about ready to burst. So either go coming back or feel like a good time to stop. Do you think 2.5 hours?
Yep, I'm prepared to call it a day, guys. If everyone else is, Saturday.
Go and talk
At
about
this point, I don't know if there is gonna be a stream Saturday, guys. Only because, like I said, because I think like Friday has pretty much replaced my Saturday stream. When I was doing like my Tuesday or my tournaments, I had tournaments on like Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and then I had my streams on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and like Friday was like my only off day. And then when I started doing the Friday streams with Kirk, I had YouTube commitments 7 days a week, and I'm like, man, I'm swamped with YouTube videos and stuff. At least on Saturdays, I'm like, okay, I'm spending the day with my wife, and now I want to spend that time with her, or do I want to come, take the time and move away from my wife for a few hours and do YouTube? So I mean, I'll obviously give you plenty of notice, let you know if I'm going to take the day off or not. But
what's the plan now? Then you think err on the side of maybe there'll be a show, or
I mean, right now I'm still planning Saturday for there to be a stream, but
things could change. You could get in the middle of a movie marathon, or you just don't feel like getting off the couch. I just want to stay here.
Pretty much, yeah.
Maybe you get sick. It happens. Whatever. Hopefully not that.
But I got no plans. I got no plans on Saturday, so there's nothing like I don't think there's gonna be anything interrupting Saturday's live stream. But
we'll play
like I said, if something comes up, I mean, I'll alert you way in advance, let you know, hey, planning on taking the day off.
Yeah, that sounds good. No big deal there. It's a bucket under his chair.
I saw that comment from you.
We used to joke that's what they used to do to us at work in our what do you call cubicles? Yeah, you can just sleep in your cubicle. You can just have a hole in your seat that you can just go.
Man, you know what freaking nasty always bothers me?
That was weird.
Whenever on deployment, and okay, it doesn't matter if you're a soldier or if you're a contractor. Piss bottles. A fun story to end the stream on.
Uh-oh.
Everybody has a damn piss bottle when you're on deployment. If you think you don't have a damn piss bottle, that you're kidding yourself. But be reasonable and kind of be secretive with your piss bottles, right? There's this one mother effer that I worked with Lockheed Martin when I was in Syria. That son of a bitch was as loud with his damn piss bottles as you could imagine. Most people, you wake up in the morning or in the middle of the night or something, you get up and you go to the bathroom because, hey, your roommate's in the room and you don't want to disturb them, or you want to be gross and nasty or whatever. So you get up, you go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
This son of a gun
didn't give shit.
He had no filter, gave no shits whatsoever. You could be sleeping 5 feet away. I don't give a damn. He had a big ass freaking bottle, this damn big. Probably used to have his damn laundry detergent in it, right?
Oh.
Clear bottle too, on top of it. You'd be sitting laying in bed. All you hear is like, what the hell? And for like 5 minutes straight, this man be pissing in this big ass damn bottle. Like, dude, what the hell? At least like some people again, they like stop. Like people like just go a little, stop, go a little. Like they'll try to be secretive, so that not to be so that not to be so aware that they're pissing or whatnot.
This person.
Or maybe if you're watching a movie over on your side or something, or they'll play some music or something, try and block off the sound. Something. This nasty, this nasty son of a gun, as loud as can be. And when I said he had no damn filter, I'm like, he would have this damn piss bottle, this piss bucket, whatever you want to call it, right at the tip of his edge of his bed. So you open the damn door, anybody walks in, they just see this big ass piss bottle just sitting there, like, and that damn thing would just sit there for days, right? He would not empty that son of a bitch at all. I'm like, dude, I have a clean freaking room. Yeah, nasty. We have damn room inspections. Military comes in, they see that crap. What the hell? Like, we're contractors. We're supposed to be clean and compose and what the hell is this? Um, you're making it nasty not only for me, but you're making it look nasty on our company, man. Um, I'm like, that's so good, damn gross.
Keeping his
Why,
piss. Like Howard
why was
Hughes.
why was I telling this story?
Talk about I had to go pee, and then Bone
Oh
Breaking.
yeah,
He just has a bucket.
the bucket under the chair. That's right. Oh my goddamn. Keeping the piss bottle underneath the chair.
Yeah. Apparently, this guy had a bucket,
Oh
like
man.
a detergent-sized piss bottle that he would never empty because he was keeping it or something. I guess.
My wife and I, we're in the middle of watching Survivor 45, and there's this guy on there, Bruce.
5 seasons. Jeez.
Well, I think Survivor's in like season 50 right now, but
Oh, I never really watched it, but that seems like a lot. It's a lot of seasons. 50.
yeah. So the guy Bruce, he on season 44, he got injured like in the opening scene of 44, and so he didn't make it past the first day.
Oh.
So he never got voted out or anything. He was medically evacuated from the show, like that first night. So they brought him back for season 45, and the way he acts and everything in the show so odd. He's like a complete oddball. I'm like, this is very similar to the way that one of the dudes that I work with Wacky was acting, and I'm like, man, they got to be freaking related somehow, some way. Like,
Could be
they,
small world.
they've got to be related. They got to be like cousins or brothers, something. There just got to be some kind of relation there. But man, crazy. But yeah, I just want to end on a freaking nasty, crazy story like that.
And on some
And
piss. You're welcome, everybody. Think about piss buckets and piss bottles, and
I'm telling you, man, only on Waddy's channel we talk about people who get their head shit on and piss bottles
piss bottle,
and
icy hot.
freaking and icy hot on ball. Oh, I gotta find that damn story too.
Yeah, you want to pull that clip out? Yeah.
Because you know what, I actually wanted to create a Waddy's channel subscription, but I'm like, do I want to charge my viewers a subscription to watch those type of stories? The only reason I was going to do that because I don't want those folks, the troll type, to find my videos and clip them, but
Yeah.
but then viewers would have to pay to see those viewers.
Can you make them subscriber only? I guess if you wanted to or something. I know anybody can subscribe, but
Yeah, but the subscription would be for it would have to be like paid subscription, and I don't want people to have to pay to watch my videos. So I just wanted to set it up for a subscription so that trolls weren't watching and clipping my videos.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean, I want to find that video. I just don't remember what live stream that was in.
I think I was a co-host, so I don't know if that narrows it down a bit. At least you retold it. I think in one of our live streams, I remember that.
But yeah, I mean, that was a good one.
And so it was probably because I don't think I was doing more than one show a week with you at that point. It was pretty early on, I think, but have to go back and rewatch a few to get to it, unless you carefully put that in the title somewhere. Maybe makes it tough. I don't know if there's a search for that. Searching through the videos. Oh, what do you think?
Tobacco chew bottles are disgusting.
Now we keep talking about tobacco chew and piss bottles. That's really making me hungry. Cops are in the air. Wow.
Cops is still on the air? I thought they went off the air like years ago.
Guess not. I haven't watched it in a long time. Can't never forget the theme song, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's one of those shows that got enough following that probably pretty cheap to make. Still on Fox, I wonder? Can you watch it on streaming? No. I need to find Kickboxer now. We live the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. Go on a Van Damme movie tear. I know they are what they are, right? They're not all perfect movies.
Yeah, so we're at 2 hours and 45 minutes. So, well, we added an extra 15 minutes to the watch time. So
that's still a pretty reasonable stopping point.
Absolutely. So at this time, guys, I think we are going to end the stream. Just 3 hours or 15 minutes short of 3 hours. That's fine. So, guys, do be prepared for a Saturday live stream. If anything changes, I will let you guys know in YouTube community notes that we'll cancel the stream or not. But be prepared. We'll try to do Saturday per usual. Yep, so, thank you to Fly the L for another fun live stream.
Thanks for having me.
As always, guys, thank you for joining and watching, and of course for the comments. Always a fun live stream, and this one was particularly fun. I really thoroughly enjoyed this one as always, and good journey. Thanks, Corey, man. And I look forward to talking to you guys all on Saturday. And of course, please be sure to tune in on Friday around 11 a.m. Kirk and I will be doing the Hasbro series. I think we're on series 4 of the Hasbro's.
Wow, already
for this Friday. So
hot retro action.
Absolutely. All right, guys. I'll talk to you all soon. And until then, take care, everybody.